and secondary constituencies in the Western region between 18th and 24th June 2022. The polls, which seek to gather data and performance of government, including the upcoming flag bearership race of the new patriotic party. The polls, however, captured some very disturbing data signaling government performance has dropped to less than 50% with the exception of a fair constituency. Tonight, we probe into this explosive data plus the breakdown. I am Kweku Anan. This is the Seed Show. We're live tonight on the Superhighway, Netu TVGH, Hawk TVGH, plus Sources Radio, Amansan FM. Tonight, they're all on the beats in UK. We're live in the United States on Amanada Radio, and of course, live in Amsterdam on Kanawu Radio. We're live on 95.5 FM in Winneba. We are live also on 90.1 FM in Asinifusu. Let's get started. The 29th day of June 2022. And then, some way, the last edition of the Seed Show for the week. A promise, a package. Me say a package. Into only excuse biya to miss the show tonight. No. Wherever you are, all over the world, only excuse. This is a special edition tonight. A more day, a musu wash. Me kasi more day. So what you say? A thick, a tight, a hot. Agro a nimsa, cause I had maintained agro. Nene no one amo too strong. All politicians are more memu, mama so emraha. Awofu amuwo omemu, amuwo emma ewe universities, institutions of higher learning, muina mama so emraha. The Cathedral, as said the Holy Grail, ayeba bisiama Jesus Christ, and Onyankopon, the frontliners, musumo mama somraha. Front line for no Moshe Cathedral no Muslim Masum and they program ya chichem say keke segment after segment emu bie no emu ye mresawo. Well, and if you mini break tonight ti me bu boni tete ne yeko. Now anajuwe many edwumakuyi aye from Global Infoanalytics for eba be din komo enkomo be ya sa edwumakuyi ye na ye nimom womu di akotene papa ewo omanwe mu ene say the Global Infoanalytics for no edwumaku a womu etu omho esi eye enhwehwemu efa performance of government aban bi abebebia no womu etimi ekọ grounds ekohwe sa aban ni modembo etisen womu tumi suso ekọ grounds abra ye ba beto aba womu kọ grounds ho ekohwe sa abato no sen ene ebekọ depend on which political parties ben and I participate in umutimi ko ekoye opinion polls ni ade. Ebio umutimi so kra efa political candidates no e de omusi ho eye omuhu hwehwemu se candidates A, candidates B obetimi etu anamon ekwan we su obetimi edi nkunim ekwan we su ontimi ni nkunim and afin so wo hwe wo records and our track records no so unimpeachable. Tonight asem kese da ho a the breaking news story, Medebrel, of course, it's the breaking news. And it's saying Global Info Analytics for Akwakoye and Hwehwemu. One more day, aban or what akunwaswe, the governing party. One more day, aban ekura 3 constituencies bim ewo Western region, precisely Efiekuma, Shama, and the secondary. Akwaye Hwehwemu say aban performance. It was our 3 constituencies we no et saying your answer tonight. Ebiom womoso so kwa hono a member of parliament it was one of the constituencies report no so a capture ni numa ene ni nieme bi say ekoyie ana enkoyie I don't know report ne be kire e wa ha na dia ehu a the breaking news story tonight and it say edwumakuyi esan so eyi 3 potential candidates. Mr. saying 3 potential candidates are the new patriotic party flag bearership race in Urbano. Sa nipa 3 we me and saying yenim for sure come say wonombe kosi ento omoso aba. Now edwumakuyi e de sa nipa 3 we eko jina sa constituency no aye opinion poll about them. Say assuming say ne sa enipa 3 ne yesi ento omoso aba e wo shama efie kuma e na afinzo eye second year sa 3 candidates we bedin why ne bedin kunim. We have the figures tonight. Very explosive, pretty fascinating report you need to know. It is all about elections the new patriotic party flag bearership race, of course, gearing up in the shortest possible time in the month of July, I guess. August, they will open nominations, and then Franca 2 for Nobiaba uniforms near there and Yebegeji. Report no, so 3 constituencies we, of course, are picking nipa back to gain or to have the race leading it. Papa. Or your candidates, Mayor. Me say 3 potential candidates one more ebe ko MPP flag bearership race no yakoya omoso nhwehwemu papa. Tonight you don't have to miss it, and one can say obi hu nsem no say they sit here. Plus Ghana Speaks coming up shortly tonight. Also Ghana Speaks, I give you the 15th edition of The Great Deception Plus. The Cathedral in the Eye of God, Pathre, Eba Anuodin. Now, Ghana Speaks Munim, Monday, no, memamo exclusive report of this new emerging, and I said the new called society, secret society, Ekura, universities, institutions of higher learning, including even SHSR. Sa secret courty, afa emayuani memuwe nom, asebebre. Osofo mwa oye apostolo wono no ose na one nkolei adeda, especially emaiwa no one efa enu omu na adeda na de ehu wo mu ni se apostoli hye dem na one emofra ni bi eda no na amofra ni bi nso so aye line no omo hwe se one nkra no ono oba na eda no na omo gyina no omo hwe de ekoso de ehu kra ne se afino otimima emani mienu gira ho no mo kasa de omo ho edi agro ebusu semu a etise ina akoso wo Ghana at the close eyes of our regulatory agencies. Yekoka nsem bi a eya na nipa mo nte ase wo ya awofo o utifie wo de wadwen wo se oba no wo school or SHS oba no wo fence university. For all you know, satanic group bi akọ dada abofrey afa nadwene ewia nadwene e de nyoma bone e de hyesa abofrey. Can you imagine? Tonight I present the part 2 of this very explosive developing story. Some was events saying communication bi and messages communication bi a course between sa apostoli and sa emaiwe any memuwe bi ehu yi papa me yini na de akyeremo ne enye asemketo wo ya wofo a bebia mu wo biara awofo bia baten bia bebia wo hye unim awofo bia wo mma ewo university a so onye hu de ekoso na eto me pawo chow fa phone na friend just a small baako na friends e maame papa asem bi koso na eto yesremo bomode ana mo fo mo fidie no ento na eto na mo hwe bi eno be ma wakwanya mo wetimi etu abofra no fo eno be ma wakwanya mo wetimi hu za abofra no wo school ho no esumbe mu no wo me kan bi ana mo ye Christian home abofra no de no ho akɔhye group no wa announce a kyerem so sisi amekɔ new charismatic group we for all you know ne say a charismatic group before you realize abofra no bebe fie no abofra no tie etua wo so sunsum boni ni sunsum fibia obi applanted dia hye ne mu no wase abofra na ma okeke meanwhile na okɔ school ho say okosua dia ba dia bebɔ bra o e ma hye busua enumnyam wase mo ba na ma mo ewuranom asɛm ɛda man mu nya asɛm ketewa o asɛm ɛda man mu ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa o na yɛka no mom yɛntie na supamu o na Ghana chichiri mu ane ɛwɔ no ɔman ne sɛi ɔman Ghana me se ɛsɛyi o de bia meka ɔmo se hey kwakunu no ɔpɛkasa na no ɔdne ɛna se na me se mununkuma kɛseɛ katakata ɔman yi so gusu kata ɔman yi so seriously with the speed of beam light me ka kyerɛ sɛ me book bi a metro my halted for a reason. Title no Ghana the failed state. My halted because I am beginning to see a new breed of leadership. Say to me taking over on my way. We need a complete halt of leadership. I'm telling you, Ghana need a complete halt of leadership. We need a different leadership altogether. for over 30 solid years into the 1992 Constitution. All that this country has witnessed in terms of our political economic governance. Ni nara amwome. De uhui. Ufe se Ghana shebreni. No. Tonight, I would definitely identify for you to know say nye Ghana shebreni. What's it? Me say Ghana enye ni shebreni o. Onyankopon bo ewiase na. How many countries na wo wiase? Me patcho wa wonim no. Monfa messages nemra. I want to know how many countries make the world. Amaya who was saying and eye wiase. Do you know? Let's assume I don't know. Me person with the answers never. Bring your answers quickly on the WhatsApp line 0240-550-899. Me patcho who my personal line. Who my personal line. Text me, WhatsApp me never answers in the bra. What it? Me bo di na makasa one the answer by. The whole world, amaya will make you world. Yes, how many? Now let's assume, say, the whole world, saying 100 countries. 100, no. On my Ghana, on Yankupon di ebeshe ewiasi na mfimfini no. Yen, you're also saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole world, from say 100. Eso ensiana yetono. Ghana is the larger exporter of their gold. Yes. And the answer now be kan yakudru e say edu anadua sampo no. Na unruhwe ye toso nsia gold. Hwe bia wugina. And all over the radio stations and television stations, we are debating over whether or not Ghana should move to join the IMF. You got to be bowing your heads in shame, despicable, shameful leadership at the Pepe Bianaba. Since the 1992 Constitution, all the leadership I have formed now, when we be a Ghana. And then we are contemplating whether to go to IMF. Do you know why? When you put more money, so your money, you hear my you. No. And the time of the old now. When I will toss you and gold. Oh, yeah. Apart from say Ghana, the exporter of gold. Yet also in we are the second largest exporter of the cocoa beans. Oh, come on. And obviously, Yankupon anyway in ye. Only way dinio. On Yankupon, when ye dinye. Send a num to nini tonum. Only ye dinye. Now so. Amamoyesam any boni ewukasam politics of divisiveness, politics of setbacks, politics of roadblocks, politics of booby traps, and edi ebedruha. And amotwekwa NDC ni yatwea MPP yatwekwa 30 solid years. 30 years of full of nonsense. Nkwasasam nkwa. Ohia atete ene kwadanda ena ahye omeima. Meanwhile, onyankopon ammo wo hia o. Da bi we hyira bebre. We hyira manabro so. All because of the complete bad leadership all over. Ene edi ebedru ha. Yakoka mo se me yenka. Wo se mo de oman no ahye political technocrats for answer all through. Now no na me catch am so me mo fancy business for answer ne yenhwe ade. Look at your businessmen. Na hwe de wo check all the politicians who are running businesses in this country. Na koko check is who business to say. Na compare who political life. Na hwe how many of your politicians and who creative businesses no ma fan crofo so mo meye dwuma no politicians or mo technocrats ni na no wo mo sika de na mo de to SUVs, Land Cruisers, G-Wagon, latest cars, any adan ahodo adan ye good the western part of Accra no and omode to and the rest omode bi di ma no ne ade wire bi di koto abuchire wo ma we your bra papa. Check your business people. We be a business enipa be 1,000 enipa be 700 enipa be 100 egumu ye adwuma wo mo gumu ye adwuma when say nipa we when na office so wa dwen a so my destiny etumi ko hye ne nsa Ghanaians na mo face ye mre ya bre o my destiny nye enunye. We need to be angry in order to set the path of this country one more time. We need to change the call sign. Ahomete. Men can't change the kwekumiduabo, but we ye nimi ye ntina ma make away. And nana dua higher she papa any easy mamo and politicians. Yes, of course. Tonight, Plus Ghana Speaks is coming, and all these Urban plus the interactive segment air WhatsApp line me ato WhatsApp line is 0240-550-89 and making kanina the amount come. But until this discussion will take place, of course, I have Dr. Makeje. He's the CEO of New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Of course, he's going to give you some analysis perspectives. The obeyanso of Kasewia ubetu anamo akọ and temso anape wianado make a date with New Life. Now at the end of the ontimi hwe enya diagnosis mfa mpunto yare no yenya solution bi emfama me wia quickly me do be the headquarters of Antec was ye kohwe de be ye kohwe enromienu Spanish jingo capsule Spanish garlic mixture edremienu eno so benom na de ahoto bi ni yare ni na ase ahye ema ho ato quickly ye wia Ghana Speaks will take off, sponsored by Awosi Unisex Boutique. Yednina better to ho. Come. Shannon, as you said, tonight we are connecting all over the world. As far as Ghana is concerned, Western region for Shama for Mon Connecti, and I think secondly, Fiukuma for Mon Connecti. We are connecting Central region, Greater Accra. We are connecting Volta region, Eastern region. We're covering, of course, Bronga Hartford covering Ashanti region, capital Kumasi. We are covering Northern region, Upper East, Upper West, plus the 6 regional capitals. Tonight, the seed show is being powered by great companies like Awosi Unisex Boutique, Radler for S supporting worldwide management, and Tech Herba, New Life Homeopathic Clinic, Vicdan Healthcare, Franco Trading Enterprise. Umina air power tonight. Emia de Nyoma Abro airship. Come. So of course, tonight on your health status near share, what it's all about. Adia wati high blood pressure. Ding and the predicate high blood pressure. If he and a kohen and a bahinfa. Tonight, Doc Mark Kwame AJ is in the house. Kwame, Memoajo.
Thank you, Minia.
Oh, yeah. Great. Wonderful. Tell me why and high blood pressure, the symptoms that come with the causes.
Minia, that's it. Na the kind of menfa and check a sema Ganama this year the seat. Jumedi. Vetina kunya isuna mi hunse wa tone bo kasasa na me bo me na no because me say den obe hiti fe me hu ya na kunya pan say hey wagu hiti na form hiti na form na me say ye probably defense minister ba me na ma krom highest
defense go home
defense minister na ma krom highest me ndem pepa
sa ho
me america ma na uhitia na form
defense is the engineer bad mum because the carnage on our road the first target
obeyade
all trotro drivers in be take care of them in terms of
what is some cars amount obi abena brand new that na so me so obey adwuma dividend chairman ahwefo nyina na menia no kwasemo me say BP Adia your friend of hypertension, high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Nisu ene ban ene juma di nipano. Ye. If you say nyame ya adom na next week meet me ba, I'm sure say we'll be talking about diabetes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ya wa bebre eba nipadua ni mu a ye was signs and symptoms be usually a prompting nipano man who said no. This is not normal in my system. As and then I'm feeling funny. As I may feel it way. BP my symptoms. And none of me the best at it. But no cross me woman say, ubet me nya nipa fancy nipa 100 our hypertension. Emu just about 20-30 and a benya signs and symptoms say when you BP.
Yeah.
Majority no who she. Now we anama kidney problems. Dawson in this country. Now, for baby a kidney problem. Kidney so one some can enough form. So, could that dialysis, so the treatment, say your transplant, and move be anywhere day at that form. Enti ama ya dear no one could hear say, Bessimo near her home as a marker. BP ama nipebia develop enlargement of the heart. Enti ama a home canker sancha danya day, any fee. BP ama nipebia nya what we call stroke. Especially the CV and the most serious aspect of stroke, no. The hemorrhoid, a timima unti feed blood, oxygen, no, untina the oxygen, call brain, no, it me rupture and I said to me, money, huna, and fancy to me pie, no. BP, and the number one cause of that. I mean nipa timehwere ne nkwa by means of stroke. And a BP also ne kofa by of heart attack, cardiac arrest, heart failure, yarea kese obi asina, hypertension etechre. Na metufu say ye woni pa bi e o hospital dada. Ya diagnose them some high blood pressure. Omo dead draw so a omo fa. So with the draw so now far, it doesn't mean so you are safe. Just make sure so be monitor BP no na draw na ofa no so aboa ama pressure no a stabilizer na about normal reading. Good. So ofa pressure draw na still BP ni was sure. Yare bia ne ho sunsanso boni bia person strike on you no ebeba. Forget about so dead draw so. Yeah. Until no be the BP draw so be the BP oni better so nya stroke. Obi the BP draw be the
drone so all right.
All right. And the reading have to be normal. Usually, no, you can't hypertension. The meaning of it is, we have systolic, diastolic, like you mentioned last week. Systolic, you know, and no created by contraction of the heart. Meaning is a commanding bois, pressure generated, it carry oxygen from the heart, they pass it through the arteries, and no name systolic reading. So the normal reading is between 110 to 140. Which give impression so be no reading a good 110 to 140, and then the diastolic too is about 70 to 90. So any reading be a diastolic na go beyond 90 unya hypertension. Any reading be a systolic na go beyond 40 unya hypertension. Forget about your age. Yeah. What I say. Now funny symptoms I the best start here say you careful ho pa. And sana my causes no so brief. We will go into it again by means of your bedding about the causes of hypertension. The kind of Ebiana otenya frequent headache. Utita pai ubebra. You're very careful. Don't wanna nya a quantity program last week and I make a stroke me mention headache. Make a BP so my headache. Me too for say so utita pai wa most of the times any painkiller some there higher chrome hanono. Ono aye ne home medical practitioner ni tipai no ne kuma ye ne de be ni bi owo hu odra okotare, but sometimes it's a symptoms I hu be hia so be ko into it no hu sampa de me dwen no na ye me ana say bibi foforo ana ha madwen it is otanya headache bebra. Be careful ebia na de nyame adom obi pi course ro no obi hu hwe na twa na hwefom wonya stroke amana nya heart attack ne ho nema ba wo de ama wo nya headache na waba no wa check no who say BP no na ekofa headache ne ba, then you know what to do to stop it. Sebe ya entwaso nya dey en how adwen bio. So number 1 sign of hypertension a headache tipaye. And then the second sign a dizziness. And it's ubri obi a woni so ta bri bebre. Yeah. There are some people who nam kra na nso timi twa no. Wan pe bibia an choke ne ho pe na okote ahwe. And also another sign of high blood pressure symptoms. And then the third one is what we call palpitation of the heart. You see, so akuma no ebo dodo. Menu mi enu tie yakuma ebo ba yenti. Whoever better say akuma ebo bia no sebe wo yare. That is the secret. Utanya palpitation cream. And so nya adwuma bia eboro so a it tells you say you are sick. That is the point. And the enfan trim say utanya palpitation. Utese akuma na ebo sa, you're very careful. And then the fourth one is what we call shortness of breath and a difficulty in breathing. You want cophobia or aminia? Omo nante kra aso mutu America. Obi betiman nante from the living room akwa ne bedroom so okoda. Obedu ono home obe home ti say ohome a ensiso. Yeah. Saa de ni nyina hypertension etumi ye. Eno na utra nye yi a ebo kwan de wodu ba bi embo a ebetima ma wakoma no aye enlarge. That's what we call enlargement of the heart. Say be weak ni pedua no de bia fatigue. Unye bibia nso oje ho enye edi se ho na ho se ho me no eye ntientia ohome a la una antikrasa utu America ohome ensisu ye a BP to me ye. And then discomfort in the chest ubon se wa o chest no on feel comfortable kra as a ho na ye stiff be na ho na tightness be generate e o chest as ye di ahoma bi abo
just a busy basa
sa wa o take as onye okay our chest. Sometimes you bet me feel pain. Bet mama omu ayoya. And then it means so cause easily get tired. Like I was saying, bibi kakra bi na be ya no abre. Aside on home na yenti an uhu say initially no we obi anka we active. Bet ma ye de opebia. But I say little activities bi na wapa ba asa wabre BP to me ye. And then we na untumi nan so a ɛna kokram wo de ahya adwendwen BP nso tumi yɛ paa wani gu so saa na de akye wada 1 hour 2 hours ana wo da na obi nyane wa wawie yaba untumi na bio da till the next day hypertension etumi yɛ ɛma ne bro so paa ɛna yɛnsa nhye ne nso sɛ hypertension so tumi cause blood vision oba say from nowhere na wani start your hwani wan na ebayi uhu sa sign ni bi nso a ɛno so BP no etumi yɛ ɛma ne bro so ana general bodily weakness de bia na why weak ɛno so BP tumi wa sorry anopa anka ɛsɛ na gini wom na wo bɛkɔ adwuma no utim sɛ nkoyie kora akɔtena o stie echi a unya adwuma no ka bɛsan yɛ yi na ebeyi wadi anka wo sa akɔdai ɛno so BP tumi yɛ and then the hard dream bio pan say BP nso tumi mema munya erectile dysfunction me kan we yes sudua enya hypertension aduru a yɛde ama hospital bi a wo fa nkwa ne kun ba ma o BP nankasa nso tumi cause erectile dysfunction ebetima ba ma sorry anadwo entumi nyina so ye ai no nso abɛyɛ mema bebre problem a omo ba a obenya botre sɛ wɔse me ba ma no emunya den me ne be ho kan oba na me ho asane ye benya botre check up na hypertension so ye dey eta akire a wɔn fa BP aduro enti me kan ma wate ase sɛ nya BP aduro ne nko a enti sɛ BP aduro ne be ka ho na sɛ ne nso wɔ saa reaction ne de na sɛ asamaba enti mema mo hu saa sign no nso a it could be say pressure no and na you cannot function as a man or functions in koye and then the immediate chat to upon say because of say BP what link with what we call kidney because wakuma ne put up the pressure now there's something in your kidney a control pressure no before say blood be disperse call other part of the organs na society we jensemo a na ma BP no so break loose the bia na wosoro eno nso ntina obi picha wo ho bebra na ese wo kidney na ekofa kidney related problems so dey dey e dey abro wo na ma utena se na ona se atatai utena ka mu ko short distance na ona na pagya asa honho no e di sa na ma we nyina e ye kokobon nsem a ebetumi akai wo se wanya BP e di wo symptoms mu baako ana mienu a enye nhwe han because the complications of BP no say wo dead draw so na who symptoms we be say wo na draw say bi kura wo nim say wo BP na wonya all the symptoms no e ho behia say wo beba na yenya botrama wo say BP ni bia this is New Life Homeopathic Clinic.
Good.
We have other way I dey be boy in a natural way a betima boama pressure no a stabilizer na aba form na so akoma e dey atoyem so these are the major symptoms it mean ma wie ni say no me kan say metima momo 2 lines be are the major causes of BP.
Sure.
Now at the end of it one, yes, I be more. More details about it.
Then
I am a faka crabby mom. Now feminian man, and the way now to table no crumbs row. Some boss of
what they say is
I was so number phone no crowd vibrate.
There's a tremor.
I just say, well, good idea, go you, eh? Good idea, go you. Well, it was you. Sir. Oh, I tell you. That's why we pour ourselves, no?
Good.
Oh, Bema.
I could catch him and try Bema company.
We are natural strength.
I saw your phone as some by chain police.
Oh, Kanima. Yes, that one there. Okay, Aja. Udibim. The Osha TV Neswa, New Life numbers. So, currently I'm in studio, but wait to me afraid. Nyanum be a standby open location near the Umbetimacho. You will be or Accra here, Dansuman runabout, and you will be or Takrade Airport Ridge, and you will be in so Kumasi Atasi Manso. And the number no fra open location now, they will be able to help you. And I'm sorry, so now person me 101, so I'll be to me a frame. Minion Manamu Abrochino, and I send them say a bomb fine. First, and they throw out 5 fra, they say they are bomb fine pa. Ofre now say WhatsApp number. And only problem, I'll give you the WhatsApp line that we can also communicate afterwards. And see, me online skakra, I would be sure who ye. And near me cost BP. So, dear kind. So you'll be a Driania woody and change it too much in it. I'm talking about salt. A bit me am your high blood pressure. Diet a year full of salt, fat, and then cholesterol. Near me and sa, it be to me my own BP. So BP, no, as I say, well, family history, like genetic or hereditary style, no, we also have a lifestyle. One show what DNA or subaby here, and this is me my BP near the eba. It is a woody, nanchin, trimu bebrana, or dear to you, o penching, udia, you can't be also penching. etimi ma kwan ema wonya high blood pressure na kwan an nchin de bebrede BP ba no as you are taking too much salt no salt na water rating na emenso gina nipadua no mu mo enti wodi nchin bebre na nso gina ho bebre nso a cause serious problem for blood circulation and blood circulation so nya problem pe your heart will respond na kobo abro so then you easily have what we call high blood pressure. And then stress adwendwen. How can you stay in Ghana one year? And it is but we should slow down because at the point be a as I see a jabi go near per 1 or 2 things be energy. You also drink was the send a beba and a beba. Aha, sometimes we should know how to control certain things. Emma stress and so and take you over in our system. Emma BP. I rehoya home now. With my check a bear more when you're 20 years BP, then I'm 180, which is so terrible and dangerous. And that is how come me and I mention young guys, when you stroke crown, not more than me person me body deny am crash out. Young guy, university student, I almost take which my do my brain or my stroke. If we have BP, if we have adrenaline, if we have stress, and you're careful. And then smoking, and so to me my BP, and no matter why. Alcohol, it me my BP, my why. A lot of stuff, even long-term kidney infection, and so to me my high blood pressure, or let me say kidney disease, and so to me my high blood pressure. So, and you're careful. And then cholesterol, as you are taking too much meat, and near my animal product. Oh, we need bebre, and now we need bebre, no, and also build up cholesterol. And also form a plaques because she said, Sabi or arteries in the walls in one. And narrow quine pet ubenya what we call high blood pressure. It's your quine be breakfast in BP. Like I was saying here last week, say, minimum crophobia umuni BP. A be a suddenly na ne kun, ne yere anane ba, bibi at renchen BSC. At impofrim one and BP day. Akosro. A quine be more so fast when you're on BP, and as I am share, na kuma 2 year, yes in the containers in so I mean. Oh, yes, in the coon, sorry, or die one, sorry. Yes, in a I am share near come 2 so to me my BP bar. I was say, quite be fast or ban here. I bounce to the best state. Fanny so be called no monsa, and when your BP. Ubi so smoking when your BP, also yam na show on your BP. Nina Abba, and the Acassia Bayana who Jumana day, Nako. And the New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Oh, Yamia Duma. Wait me do a near Hona, Waba, say BPB, how I drink Parma, Utim say near Manina, ya jija. A bit my shama. And most of the times, will be so beep, diabetes in the tertiary. Sugar nature hono, then also invoke what we call high blood pressure. And no be whole BP or diabetes or sacrafa cholesterol draw. And there be 3 in 1 side, there na ya hard drink. And also, I know who say one side, I somehow heavy. Who think I saw nipediano, one side I a little heavy, be himself a weak. And now what didn't need left not to say right or right not to say left. Utina by one side, pain now better one side. Or 9 is form no always nice or drag a back or form or chona or form and stuff like that. And also no I very careful, especially with BP, diabetes and cholesterol, or even the 3. Oba New Life or test to be a friend brain and net. Yeah, I say I born stroke. And I really mo pese kwatwetwe ba. We know what to do to stop it. Nyame be ya adoma ofa en kwajujuda. The moment also balance nye. Ofana idudu o chona ne from on sane yo ya ne ade no na watu recover New Life na yenhwe ema enye ho adwuma tentem pa ma. And then message 2 for say entwen yare this yare ne ba asa enche na de nipa edi nipa nsemone pa enti obetumi aba ya modernized laboratory setup obetumi working in say wo be check up whilst you don't even have any issues in the system. You can walk in and a check up no so no New Life down so. The reason being is any laboratory for now be meet you ubenya access to see doctors 101. No more access here say okay we age ne medical history there. Yemfa lab ne mfa ha, yemfa check up ne mfa ha na beboa. Just to make sure say sika ne be simple thing na obetumi atua. Because you can't general check up a dawson. But you can just walk in, check your cholesterol, check your kidney, check your liver, and then probably your urine and your full blood count. Obi nso be cardiac markers, ebi be TFT. Thyroid function test. Obi ani test ye. Obi so betuma ani nyina. E mema ni titru mo screening mo prostate. Medical kan wa hada da say New Life quantitative PSA. Eno na wohia na wada ho so say wunyi prostate cancer. E betuma ha wadwen a we have what it takes to make sure say your best stop is our cancer no na metete am cell bones am onante anya day anya basa this all your bema na hu ne say nansen o jonso too much at night and adwono be jonso more than 4 ebi jonso 10 15 20 which is too much and sometimes ko washroom so kakra bi na beba no asa akọ na asa account and then you feel some pain as why I say you dududu obi on so urine nkan before so be do washroom okra na ebi agu ne ho dada and sometimes to o chim ansa na urine na ba o chim so na eba you could feel say pressure Johnson and deba no enye na obema na emu hyehyew ana emu ye oya ana hu ne say suddenly obema no shrink so tia and also prostate cancer na asefo ne tumeye ana from nowhere no wanya severe lower back pain wachiba osisinim no etime hwewa fa osere dom panim sa and also no I careful probably prostate cancer and a person how adwen oba ye mo wadura tons ye be ye check up ye scan ya they just to be sure and no bia na stop no what me anante kama and then say bia wo ye bema na untimi nhye ma nyinsan adwuma ne de wo ya ade ba wo boss a obi an kan so wanyam da e bi kwa diagnose as ospermia oligospermia na asefo oba new life a ye kwan be fa so trace testicles no ne aye sure say e de na atochima wo de wo bodwuma hwan ya mansa akua manu obi agene de nanso obi amfa nyinsan hye wo da no na je say wo bodwuma tugu ye be boa na wa bodwuma anyem na so anya bofra e wo fie they do Father's Day ya so ya jiju subi ana o yo ba na say focus so ene nem kuma me I didn't do sorry
assemblate no
assemblate
o take care of it
ya focus person e no so e virgin enso etie nyenim de ko so
bia sa
na so obeje edro
nheda nya
edro obeje ezunum de obeje ye oti we so ara wudane and also who focus and now your bar now is our menstruation so nye papa as a flow ye ne ade and now one kasa utum say wo no so aye odadwen now so about new life
good
na me ja okwan say ebia wo stomach condition ulcer de bia onya heartburns that's what we call gastritis heartburns na oboso hyehyw aduane to ye madum say indigestion and indigest ye obi on say aduane to ne ma no rane ana emu ye ne ya sometimes they feel pain here. We call it epigastric pain. Na appeal wachia so wachika senim. Ni nyina aba new life homeopathic clinic etobetra. It mean quickly me my number na me nya homa.
That's right.
And then me come out there straight because ubeji boss wa me unse odni ada agene. Me pese me jeje ukra. Me sorry akola to odwuma so. New life homeopathic clinic. Ewo Dansuman runabout. Onye do Dansuman first or main runabout na Goy Filling Station bi ho. Na wako hose oba New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Ombe director no aba. We are around King Solomon. Ubehu New Life Homeopathic Clinic no around King Solomon ho. But the easiest way in case you don't know King Solomon ho, na wako Goyo Filling Station or Dansuma runabout no. Just all taxi trotro mo a usimesi or first runabout. Ko Goyo ho taxi ho e do beba. So ukuta wa car so you can just branch through the Goyo Filling Station and ask the filling station attendants no be sure say New Life na dan the see of fefe no. It's about 4-story building there trying to come up. Oba where you feel at home. E ho ye kama pa wa kuma betoyem. Na uko kumase nso a ye wo atase manso. Onye du atase manso taxi station ope na obusa New Life Homeopathic Clinic a walking distance. Enya dia obebre. So free maybe baby anam no ye self fasofolai ansan no aba. Si of sofolai. Obenya atase manso ka o sofolai. Osimesi o New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Ombesu ye nimu hwa no real hospital ni inside. Oboase ne mpata mu dia no wasi wo Santase market no taxi rank bi ho okọ as me call New Life almost edo beba takrade e wo Ejiriba International School Junction from Nkrumah roundabout na wa join Kwesimintim Highway no first U-turn na no utwa na no afa right ofa right say na okọ Ejiriba school mo na obon say ye wo right hand side that signboard no esisi wo enya yira kwan e wo takrade enti takrade secondary ni na asefo no obia so ba takrade a ubenya o chefa check up bia ye wo head office na wa akra no ubenya okumase ubenya o takrade nso me ma me number na ma sorry in case opese ye bon koma e kwan da ho New Life Homeopathic Clinic your contact lines na ye 0244 09 35 95 0244 09 35 95 ana Vodafone yɛ 020 33 35 439 020 33 35 439. Minia Nyankopon show.
Great, Nyankopon so share Dr. Makeje. The ebe kan se ko enya agro bi na enya kwadro. Wo be ko na wapomuden ho ensem no can be take care of say ebema stroke bi mfa no ho embejim na emfo how be mra. Upness me fo nra the headquarters of Antec for na mempe edro enso ma wo Antec for na so e ho. Edro no Spanish jingo capsules or Spanish garlic mixture. And obeboa eyi yare bi te say stroke ya ye ka ho yansem ya yare bi te say hypertension ya ana yare bi te say wonanse atata sciatica bad breath halitosis na mechiri nani na ebema nioma akoye. Up next the headquarters and tech the air course one. Take a listen to them.
We are going near Menene Kaka Sabako, or the apeti Adriana to say Minino. A wood a beboano, mini pedremo, a bit kume.
Exactly.
Sad, Areho. Na Mijidisa said, and the washer say a wobomono, or the oka a druichi, inti and pennyfoni beba woman, so now will come Santo for some.
Yeah.
Did the band and trophy for Wagana Hayanye.
Na him now radio station.
Oh, sure.
Hot FM.
Did the band a 1 year? Yeah, Nina, so Coco see saying. When money changes hands, and your mate is near a baby. Opening
Nina, near Cabes, you say, enti, what did we are because they say a young ye. About into the Obetimia, the rescue mission for you. Eh, say, man, into me. And runners remain to me guarantee the rest, but to say they make up once me and take for the make me guarantee. Now, who nipped them and mojanum. Toxic substances ni na if you nipid and I my yes and
no me that say Antec center you know and Spanish garlic capsules Spanish garlic mixture and Spanish jingo capsules said your penny di kan yakano and then when you dino and the toxins be brave by nipedium afa basa na ma free radicals adore so nipedianimo free radicals na dwuma ye nipedium say waduane awudi na enye no nsubone ni nsufie beba mu amaman a ewo mu a enni kwanse tene nipedium no wo no na wa multiply no wa ye bebre na dwuma ye ba akopɛ oye obi akwan obebie akwan atoto nipaduam se de be ya o cells no ade na ewo nipaduam a eno na kyerɛ sɛ woni nipa somasi anasa obenten no ebenyini a ni nyini ne abnormal ate sɛ wonim so madua kube nke bedru afene fa na asate a ɛso enso afene fa na enso ye na ye tenten chen ewu mu kyerɛ sɛ de wonim no sɛ wo sɛ enyini no nya saa na enyini na enyina broso aye hurodo saa na cells no etie enti cells no benyi basa enyini basa no na eno soso na hoɔden no kɔfɔm a afei na bie kwa to sɛ de be ya ubenya cancer ewo nipadua no adwuma free radicals wɔ nipadua no mu ɛna afei ensufin ne sade bɔne na egya nipadua no mu no ɛwɔ organ fana saa sade a na sɛ ensufin no wɔ no ɛma organs ne yɛ weak na ɔpani ka bibi sɛ nipa bu wɔ hɔ a obehunu no nipa smasi deɛ sɛ we deɛ machi ba no obehwa na kyerɛ sɛ woyɛmba ɛnyɛ wachi ba woyɛmba anatimi wɔ bi na afrɛ no bra sister ɔbɛka ne age na wo kyɛn ne bɛyɛ mfie num na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno mpo na wɔsɛ nkɔyɛ ɔbra ne sister nyɛ wo na wɔsɛ wo frɛ ne saa ne nyinaa ayɛ yɛnua ne bɔne na ayɛdi no ɛnyɛ organs na nkwa na ɛha wɔn wɔ inside o abɔnten soso ɛka ho etimi ha w'anim ma w'anim pompono abra wo nyiniyɛ w'anim twintwam abra wo nyiniyɛ ɔdɔfo aduro wɔ hɔ nom a yɛfrɛ ne Spanish jingo capsules nyankopɔn nneɛma a wɔbɔɔ yɛ deɛ yɛde kwa ha deɛ etua deɛ de sa deɛ de punu deɛ antioxidant wom kɛseɛ paa ɛwɔ adasan yasasi so ɛyɛ jingo ahaban no jingo ahaban no so ayɛ ne suban te sɛ prekɛsɛ wonim sɛ prekɛsɛ apart from sɛ obi bɛfa bi akodua wɔ ne man mu no ɔman Ghana ɛne Israel pɛ ena prekese free sa pepepe ena jingo ahaban no etie efree Asia efree yamaimu se wo si e doctor eye nafu a na ya haban no so mfa so nti ena ono akofa bia ba ti se koko aye di free Fernando po ba bedua wo Ghana ha no jingo haban na nka ye ni bi na so doctor di niti aboma kenkan asua de ahunu se ye nya jingo haban mu mfa so de no wo Ghana ha no mu a ebeboa yen woni e wo mo man mu no omu twitwa wete se salad na doctor call ye no hu se ofa the fresh so de ba ebe ha dwen enti oni abodie mu nyansapefo di nkomo bisa se kwan ba ne ebe fa so a ye benya ensuo no afiri ahaban nim na ye de be magana fo amomanom na ebe boa ama ahoden a ewo jingo ahaban mu no Ghana fo nso anya bi ena abodie mu nyansape kire se ye ne cold press ye nua ye nhata ye nwo ye twe nsuo ni frim ensu papa na ye ma nipadua no na ye de ato ade bi ese bofra ba eti edigu bofra ba num na ye silia eno no de ye de ba na wonom a eye nsuo no kroje a ye nya nu bibia e ko nipadua mu a na antioxidants na eno ne suppress sa free radicals no na ba nipadua mu na sa antioxidants no so eno na e check waposo obi wo honom a ontimi ntoto ne nsam sei ne nsa poso sitira emu ya ne ya obi nso so ne nsa na bakon sei emutimi ya ne ya behu obi ya wo se bi ne pieto bi wo ho omudo amansa ha ni wremu a na akekere ne hanom ebi de ball life nso onya captain ne se wada edro honom a
captain's armband
abo captain's band ya de boy basa no one de hye na ha obi so wo ho a ne nsa se wona ma esane ho saa keke na poso me kire arthritis e na afa yare a eye enhonhone ye ai wo nipadua mu eno ho adwuma e na jingo haban na ho den no eye ebo wakoma ho ban ebo wadwen ho ban na ma ore mfi ade na sanboa abọ wo mposo ho ban abode nya nsape kire sese ebenya antioxidant dodo wo yimu a anka ere nta mfi ade se ebenya enhaban no ahoden no wo ni pedue mu a ebe protect yakoma esan se de bia meka sese odasani wo honom na wontumi nidi a ebe mo atoba ha mebo a wa hoden be kofom oso bete obeye basa enti mema waduro meka so oje vitamins B-ko nanom na onomu a ebe masa yare bebrebe ni nyina wontumi nidi nti ne eba onipadua so no akofom a ebe abeka se na duro ba ko na ye adwuma bebre sei ane ade ba ko bi ho timi ka wonipadua mu na Dr. Makaji Kasa mo syphilis na wanya ewo wanam wase no ebe bo abodam ebe ka wadwen but say bi ma syphilis edro na ka say wey say syphilis na bakra na ma aka wadwen a ebe manager ya obeka say na adresa yade enya wo yanam de na mane o ma adwen ho but nyankopon bo onipadua no eye system a bibi ka wo nan a etimi ka ade wo wadwen woni emiemie nipa de sa yare no obekira wo say unemu bebia ne wonipadua no organ I control enti aduro bi wo hono mo a eye adwuma from your basis che say wonipadua na boase no eno ne antioxidant na eye bed na o immune system no begina so wanyini na se yare ba wonipadua mu a atimi akon atuase enti sa antioxidant ne duro ena eye sa jingo capsules na eye Spanish jingo capsules o hwe wo screen no so a wo hu se enomi ensa green da ho ena ba konso so aye orange and green kakrasa wo ho ena yellow ena ketwa ba konso so wo from green na edikan no ena eye Spanish jingo capsules enfifin de ena Spanish garlic mixture na de to aso ne Spanish garlic capsules Spanish jingo capsules ebebo oni pedua no wo inside no ho ban obi adware wiase semina papa nyina enko papa nyina wasra bi so still o skin no ntime nya fe sister enye de wo ani so no nko a onya o skin no nko a o eye sade bi ene wo skin na se a se no ye from a epie woni pedua nani enti bomode se obenya duru a ebeye inside oni pedua no mu adwuma ebe hohuruma yi sa de bone ene efi bi e woni pedua no mu a ebe boase de beye oni pedua na ho den no obetimi aka se afei de me ho aye meden se wutie mi na refi ade bebre a obi wa na ade atwa ana wapura na moje etu no edini to hospital ne ye hwe papa ni na anye yi a yese mo won vitamin K ana mo ma ne vitamin K na onnom ena obi nso ntimi nidi a yese mo ma ne vitamin B-ko ana duaniasin wom ekyerese nipadua yakwa no ebia wode oyo enti se nipa no ade a haw no ne eye arefra wadwe ne hia aduane bi se aduane no bi wo jingo ahaban ni mu eno ne be ma fe waka ya de ententem ama obi kan asem chwa ehɔ na no na wa process asem no ansa wo so de manipa na de ama no woni obi aka asem awi obi aka asem chwa kokodu fi ase mi we kra nka me kan asem we kire nipa kro wo problem e wo se hɔ na no wadwe na ye adwuma na bibia ye kama wotumi process asem no manipa na ansa sa wadwe na ye week anasa na ho ɔden no ntimi nya adwuma yi a ene de basa na sa wo awafirifie sa wo kwa akɔtɔ ade wo kodu supermarket wa no gyina hɔ me kwa me we afio e de akra na me otimi frefie bisa se de na me ka asa me kwa akɔtɔ
arefre nko a
arefre anya honhom eye deficiency e wo nipadua ni mu enti nombi na nipa ne de hia me pa ye maame no mu a wo modu bra wo mu twa bra no wonum bi eboa wo pa sanse on se ema no du sa ne ho yera yen ensuo bi aka ne na wo menses no ex ne ba dipadua ni produce e de be hia kosua ne ye wa wodie no mu yiye no se ne sanso ne jai ba because wo twa bra enti e basa dipadua no ho hia no sanse wo be hia sanso no bi sanse wo ja kosua tonsunsu nti ema na jigwa haban na ho oden no ekita saade na bi anyakopon yi nipa firi dotie mu no ene oyi dua nso firi mu ene osi nipa home ne fa madua no na dua ne nya hoden na dua wo nso so ma nipa no mframa na ma ne niema pa obehia enti obi a ote bebi a enua wo mframa fa bia hu na da bi ne skin ye fresh kama enye de wo home no nko niema bebre wo mu a eboa wo sanse eni nua no ye nyina ye firi bebi baako dua no ma hoden ne beboa wo eno ne ye de Spanish jingo capsules ti maame enne na ho yira wo ana wo betwa bra wo ho safei wadu bebi a premenopause no nom Spanish jingo capsules no na ebeboa wo pa ama omfa tete ne ahoyira bia mu afei so wo a o maame ana papa ana sa opani bi ese na refi astati fi ade edu sa ese o wanyi abeya akwada adwen na ho odin wadi amasa enti ho behia sa obeyi bia free duam enya artificial we nya de akoye e wo lab we ye de free duam fama nipa no na onnom na afei enkanye adwen no na refre na ade a chen ose na ade a che kra ma maduani niye e na betiwe na adware kra obi aso so mu na akodware eso na to wurogu ni komu ode pepa no ho a wonwie ye o Mr. to adro we bi man ye friend Spanish jingo capsules ebeboa no ene aduane ye di nyina asai enti organs e wo mu no obi e wo 30 years so madam me kokoye check up me koye no yase me metabolic age e 60 really na chese woto no organs na e wo mu no 60 years o enti no ube di 40 years na na be 80 na say unipadua na bɔ akokora enti sa nipa we be wu am waka se obagu na wu ba ne organ na nyini enti nom adura ebe keep organ no all the time ama ahoden agye nipadua nim se de menu ebe maka ye na mekasa ho na medidi enti me mefa business keke na minni aduro bi ho adanse abra minim de se aduro no ntimi nsa yare ebasa mia na meha me ho megu medwuma we sebi e obi adwuma but minim de menum aduro no ayama me na minim de guso a eyama me enti mi di ho adanse a me de kokoduro e kan foma se odofo no mbi ebeya a fa ye aduro de bia obenum sanse de wo yare o de wanyare o obi anom na yare sabo aye den wate. When was the last time I called hospital? Who private no put the any jayo, who bakukuru salary a quack or bobbisian betoso, and some what's me card. Consultation my, enroll my. Press a crabby a baby amount, made me back to Tobaco school, me call any check up a way. Yes, you a number 2,500 cities. One year. And I was like, hey, Nagana said, yeah, Connie, Sans work to any idea about check up you, private hospital anyway. Intimate said upon with them wired dinner. A beggar so bishop we are when yare. Never Mussa, so I son was Spanish garlic capsules. Ye name Spanish and as a garlic and what in a woman who white clove no dear to a numa reno a. What's me and your sweet morning? I didn't enough for more. A wobe ya garlic a real so more ya pa. Ain't no so ya chimunsun, cold press ya no young hata, and I am Spanish garlic capsules. A co nipedue and also quack or butchidom. Now a boy in name says Spanish, and I said because a garlic dear, a jume ye when nipedum say a boy build a immune system. Now one of jingo capsules, now manato foundation. Now one nom Spanish garlic capsules no and now and also so up to a foundation so now a boy said a be any peduana who deno a bit me a queen any ye na a jawanya dajina will brea will braid that's what swabber. Now me catch me near baby say pre my pa papa pano and then they walk all pension now we took quine me ko Hawaii, me ko Bahamas, me ko ha, and no near friendly premine. And now you're so idea. Ubo premine na fear after 1 month me to me gate me no nye premine papa. Na kwese obedu sa na ucha hospital kwan. Okra we dia mu dia ya wo no. Wan we kra pa usika kro bi de kwa wo nkasa because wan kasa wo ho nto. Enti me strong and neshase na ye wo aduro papa wo ko wo pension na wo pension. Se da bia betimi enjoy dan ya wo bresi ye wo dem kra wo na. No medro. Your friend is Spanish garlic capsules ebeboa. Now you will be our sciatica. Sa yaw na untini no e hompo ni minim ti so premier okwa akwachi nkosua na okwa tente so agu ni pani na afei e de yaw me ma me ba ko se e ba se vibrate fa ne nan mienu no nyina mu nti e ba sa de a wo kasa no kora wonte e ye ya mesre wada ya wadu a e relaxing entini no sa sciatica nerves na relax no e hompo ni mu ate na kofa yaw na ba wo beka Spanish garlic capsules and Spanish jingo capsules na face Spanish garlic mixture adrena bom wo de wontimi ntomi ensa no tomi enu no Spanish garlic capsules and Spanish garlic mixture o kam yenu no bom a 16 powerful herbs a e koni pedwe mu a onim de wo kwa akoye nyam na be kire no obi ho da sori anopa a just wo de ne ho twitwi ne ho ansa na moja na ye adwuma kone fa bi obi se manyani o na me nan mintimi masumpo awu e moja ni ntimi nko enti this what the pempem ho bad cholesterol sa de bone adantini ntini na ye kasa sa de adamu no enso enya bawe bia o kituwa bi fi wani kosua ne hweso obo se entini nkitinkiti bi nam so enti se no sa de bebedamu a eye kituwa bi afi odi wani be ko hospital ya hwe ya firiw wani nan kasa de nka problem ni ho na ntini no eno wo hawa ba mu a enti ama wuntimi hu ade ye so aye obisibisi no odofo ado ho ya wo aduro nyare kra ansa na wanom o yare so anyamedi mu nti kakra yare an beko de hia me pa ne sei wo be frɛ ye doctor yare bi e ha wo no pacho honhom adwuma de me kra ma benche no onim kra na sei ya widie mu a ene ne mo nkomo de wuntumi nka nkyere obi no awrekosam ne sei ende wa frɛ obi a wo gine de na waka wo yare a kyera de ba no de social media no akota late moms na wakọ tell it all okwa kan so na danfo bi so opemwa wa kan ya na ori aho doctor de ohun anim ipa bebrebe omo friend ni afa na oba be save number no de akrokro ben so akohwehwe wo opekura friend na mo wudin eno an se obeka wo yare ana Spanish adro ni se de pesa wo fa no obenya adaje no wadi nkomo e number so na go screen so no 0266 11 41 11 0266 11 41 11 and the numbers are fra onye benya doctor na so pesa wo abrochire we ya abrochire for no nko a ene ye famre wa 0244 642 890 0244 642 890 assign your WhatsApp number into betimia send the audio and na say betimia text dodo a opedi kura wo so no ye be kire ne bo na fe udi sika no abana yetimi asende edi amawo na meda wasenso wo a wanom aduro na wadi ho adanse akye obi ama wono so akwakoto bi e na afi so pharmacy shops na herbal shops na moton Spanish enu no yeda mo asese mo recommendation na man for Africa na emu mo anim asenso eno na hye nyame anim onyam no iti openi meda wase e wo womra wo de amame
wonderful
doctor sime kan cho so chia
me jine so papa doc yes salute why yes shipi bia kwa no say an be bia wo ewiase ha bia no o pedro we bia obenya shipment is the side of course we as great welcome back, and this is the Seed Show tonight, and of course I have Net2 TV, the main program now we name the Seed Show, and I gusuno. But make a short break, me ba Ghana Speaks, we take off. Stick and stay. Plus your WhatsApp messages, Fefa 0240550889. I'm making Kaninamo. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
top stationery needs. Sebo stationery, your unauthorized product, customized exercise box, and many more. And it's fair and as I was up, it was 0246 396 277. Send email info@jkglobal.com. JK Industries and Investment Limited. Everything to anything paper.
So now you're an inquiry. We are what you lose at the world. Blana memo why? A jabedi there. A drone any way a Spanish garlic mixture. A boama moja dear full sunny. I want to pay the enemy. Collect. I face so as also boa and mobile cassa, pampa, I want to trim. Obiana come up one pelly. Obia Johnson tentem. Obia the Nasi at I feel so be a slab dear at Dokono the pedium and Nanina. Collect.
Eja, we also ye Spanish garlic capsules, a supporting immune system.
That's all.
Shannon so, Edroy, and Yama oba wa fair fru. The Oma Accra no for. Accra onya in fear dumienu, ain't mean fair dre. Fre 0266 114111.
FD Ashisha sa ijedi nkra tuoyimu aji atumu se
Great, welcome back. And of course, we've walked one leg of the journey, making 32 after the hour 8. I am Kweku Anan. Up next, Ghana Speaks Back. Shannon said, GP1 herbal beverage, dream the bebo, Emma, etimi, ama onipedia kuyem. Simple, a immune system booster. It is helping the immune system energy level to clean the blood and, of course, supports the prostate and then also arthritis, the area. And it's a back cleaner if you hope. GP Herbal Beverage Dre worldwide management for NAA or more London or outside Ghana. Ubitimi up from London +44 742 453 4161. Uba Ghana Hayensha Sim Free Kumasi 0244 934 143 and 0243 146 172. Uba Accra Ukansha Uba from 0503 446 443 and 059 486 6533 or UK one Kasansu Sudia 07 903 504 426 USA is 01 614 743 9595 Canada +1 416 825 9121 and now +1 416 346 0041. Still, Ghana, how be Timinian will come and say, won't me TV radio premises. I was so quite a promise here about your radio. I will edum nan nedum come in the shortest possible time. Ya Bosumia, you remi. One thing you won't mean for the same card in your communication view. And to the air catcher one, pinning for catcher ones, the National Communication Authority for say, Bombardier rush, mad rush. Now, and I submit to me so I will phone so a *404#. Follow the prompts. You'll be required to send the following details: Ghana card PIN number, with surname, and our first name, date of birth, or your banner, Bema, channel so file biometric details, address, and the fake and capture near fan register card number. Untimin ye way na biano. Or say, use your phone, call 100, and also National Communications Authority toll free number 0800 600 110 622, and now visit NCA4 Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and our website here www.nca.org.gh. Now, oneno a Up next, Ghana Speaks brought to you by Wusinesex Boutique. Are you looking for a quality and authentic leather shoes, bags, sandals, belts, perfume, oils, and slippers to buy? Baby, I'll be quiet. You beat me a mountain, Taremo share. Na Jumedina or Kwakudino, a beko ye ni who say one of Basiano, or see look no further. A Wusinesex Boutique has in stock quality talent shoes as well as tailored made African clothing for men and women, suitable for all occasions. Two-piece men with suit shirts and authentic hand woven kente. Kente near the Ansania de Winnie, kama papa yie na dia wo kan say wo frɛ telephone number ya maami ho direct na wa kyerɛ no occasion ko a wo kɔ na ɔno a kyerɛw na so ye ba ko a obetimi akɔ na enioma na ye ready na wakɔfa ye de perfume aka ho ama kama I was in a sex boutique with all boutiques I wore me mohana and I made him that say the amount. I was in a sex boutique can be located in the following areas: Jolie, Said Plaza, or Science or Tessan or Police Depot Honum. Ubenyanu Usu Senate Hospital on the Oxford Street opposite Dynasty Restaurant and our airport terminal 3 Ubenyanu. Friend was 0244 649 379. Number is 0244 649 379 and 0234 885 043. Na one I will see in a sex boutique Eddie and Komo. Up next, Ghana Speaks. Now, tonight on Ghana Speaks, we move into the 15th edition of The Great Deception. And in tonight's edition, we focus on the new secret called society infiltrated into institutions of higher learning across the country, plus the Cathedral in the Eye of God, Part 4. Now, no Monday, me chiremo sa secret court here, Erera, SHS, universities across Ghana. And now we betiasem. Into we a parent, mo wasumre fia, we a mamio, we a papa, mo wasumre because me belodu ni omegu hama. Na ye na ya da ye ho so ahwe ye ho so yie. Ebrie wom ye ebribone o, ema o man we. By the way, and the demonstrators are more hit the principal streets of the capital. I edo yankopon ase boni bie nsi. Ye bom abaso se mo so mo ko demonstrate here. Ghana police for ye bom abaso se mo ko hwe bambo mane ko yie. Motorist for na mo mo komo ba. Na mo ma kwan ma demonstrators no sutumi nya access mo so ma ya de. De atwa to kra ye wo mu a ye di petition ni ko hwe mo nsa. Muji petition no monso ye bom abaso na emom mon force ye nyoyo no main emunro na o main asumri mrem. Now answer na ye beko sa explosive developing story ne so no. Now tonight we want to throw some very pertinent questions to the front line of the cathedral. Mo amudi akotene ewo cathedral ne mu no. Yeah, then me de me ensa pe na me de to three issues pe na me de to na mo de akọ adwendwen mo. Number 1, did we hear that as part of reasons to build the cathedral is also to open the floodgates to tourism? If so, the question remains, how resourceful and facelift have we given to the tourist industry in Ghana since period? Yatete wo ewiem se cathedral ya yesi ana this holy grail ya yesi ama Jesus Christ. Reason ba ko eka ho ene sen oho ebeba be ye tourist attraction. Ye benya sike firi honom ne ade yes a e asem papa. But there may be some penifo ne say also this big portfolio the Ministry of Tourism any tourist authorities or whatever you call them no. Sika say any ade akosa asoye ho. Facelift ben any ade aba ministry no. As we speak. Ebria menemu ka say. Ti asedi yo. Me dey how obey views about me no enye me problem o. Eno enye me issue. My focus and my target is not about how you see me. It's about how you and I should see Ghana where it stands now. But makwame mimisa sa asem no. Ministry no the whole tourism ekran on my way ade ba ko onyankopon de cheye kese uyi all the mineral deposits ni ani ade ni enenchemu gold ni ade kra esi ntan a onyankopon de he waye bi o waye bi am on my way papa na na wie abra me ye me research bi asam me kan say onyankopon you got no excuse. We just saw Ghana na shine prekope na yemfa Ghana enye fertilizer nko Ukraine for mfa nua wheat. Oh yes, I swear to God. Hey, on my way. Tourism industry no is a very big industry. Enunkwano The government of Ghana so o focus so na odi aye edwuma sika ebe free tourism ho aba no ewuranom enye sika kito. But my question is that sika ben facelift ben any e ama tourist industry no. Cathedral na ebe ma more tourists eyiwo ho. Sika ho. Okay. Dear Tosumieno, do we have any rough estimation over how much this cathedral is supposed to generate, since we are told it has a commercial value? Ebria yekase yetumi atena se asese empo emiyehu na mo ka den na akire yen say yes tourism ka ho sika se na be free ho aba na ye na ehu sa ampa wo teku kapre dama ebe free sa so na ba de titia ne so sika ho de sika be brand na fa ha na sin ha na ewura ha na yese I don't know yenim akika ya bi se de obi ka o se ye keka de atoso miensa wo. What are the laid down methodology of maintenance culture of this cathedral? Because available records can expose this, that Ghana has no maintenance culture. Several significant state properties plus historical artifacts and state enterprises have all been left rotten and most if not sold out. There may be some say, sa a day a mubesie a home maintenance culture a daho emma a dieway and in yahini. We need to know. And I demand to know this in the very sense, say, all the state edifice, including state enterprises, many of them have been left rotten. And I'm a Kwame Nkrumah won nyansemu esisi nyoma bi ti say silos. Reason or this see no see ebetimi lodu cocoa beans nim ni ade aye bumper harvest by degu. Enam ko yani na motumi de bi papa bi. Ministry of Agric. Silos in there na motumi de aye. And now better answers all the state enterprises ni ya tonwedi. A lot of our state enterprises have been moved into DIC, divestiture. Matwa mamo ho. Anameboa. Do we have maintenance culture? Ghana Airways aircraft bakupeo enim guase mind to say. Na mo sorry mo bie man you open your mouth. Na ma ka kire Ghana for say Ghana beyond aid. Who told you? Golden age of business. Gateway to Africa, rubbish. How dare sick are we? We are sick mentally here. We are sick. And the maintenance culture ben here. Tell me who am I? We look like zombies going down into the abyss, as if like a shipwreck. Our eyes are seeing it glare by a so one echo. And there is nothing like a conscience pricking. So no, we need to break and set the path again. It's all about engulfed in deep politicking. The NPP, the NDC, Yetriko left, Nia Triaba, Anapa, Area, any other joke. The politics of divisiveness, the politics of roadblocks, setbacks, and booby traps. This is the pride of Ghana. You sure? That is not the spirit. That is not the soul. And that is not the identity of Ghana. But human beings is saying, now we're home on my way. And new man is independent events, National Theatre, Conference Center, and with stadiums. Na de ye beye maintenance ni po be wie no sika ni pe di wo ho no ye di sifu franche be yie ade na ye boy ye ho abrose o man kitikiti o 30.1 million. Na de ya na me one say look chese wonti ase enye yi Abraham in my intro, me be a question be there. Ghana, the whole world, Ghana, yes, saying. I said the whole world. If we are saying yes, saying. The whole world. Amaya, what we are seeing now, yes, saying. How many countries and they make it world? Well, I'm say one person pen to me the answer by Mel Mins or Connecticut or saying the whole world near 195 countries around the world. Let's stay with this figure. 195, making the total countries all over the world. Now listen. Me bisa a question, how many countries are in the world and Ghana rank? Saying, Yatosu saying, Ghana is the 6th largest exporter of gold, and yet the spirits of gloom and despondency have become a commonplace, with moral decadence skyrocketing. Yehu fi tan. Ni boni and ye sum ashe ye mase keke. The whole world 195 no. Yatoso maku ensia yanko duo ensia o. Yen na efa egudie gold yen tu dodo no yen ye to so nsia enu nie. We are politician baby awote no. We a high ranking government official, NDC, MPP, whatever, I don't care. We a member of parliament, we a doctor, we a professor, we emeritus, we a journalist, mason, carpenter, whatever it is, truck pusher, kaya yo, mokola market, wherever, baby, mumi yensi etiasi keke. Mumi yensi etiasi. Ah. Onyankopon amoma ya brosa oni ye din yi. Onyankopon oni Ghana din yi. But nipa na omuti oman we mu no sunsum ati omumu ho. Enyata ne nsebo. Enyata ene nsebo sunsum na titi omumu. They be asema meko so aka say, let's take a bold step. Try the hands of our business moguls in this country and see what happens. Me say, omen munye mu politician technocrat for this time. It's not just because of BBT in America, sir. I know what I'm talking of. The businessmen in this country, Massa, and try, and I should say, how would they connect themselves? Now, no be, not Honorable Kwame Japan, a Kasim in the Ghana for Nibi Antennas. Honorable Kennedy Japan, extra me fidye so, Ebo Ibrahim, former President Muhammad Ninia or Bonabaso, Wakwan Benzo, see yes, why are there? For the fact is a waiting yakofa jata semen ediaba Ghana. Hey, nipa si ntibida. Na nchonko bonwai usin wini and woman abaso. He's a Ghanaian. You see how we are not thinking? Man, the politics of setback, the politics of acrimony, the politics of divisiveness, baby echo. But you know what? I have already told you, sir, when it comes to business people in this country, devoid of politics, so get to know how they connect themselves. Now, let me catch you. Would they help line them up? Call Despite. Call the Seekings. Call the NS Chemists. Call their friends saying the Tobinkos. Call their friends saying all of them. I need to have the list. Call their friends saying McDonald. All these guys. Call them the business. It doesn't matter which political party Ben or move. It's a different game here when it comes to business people. Mese we are Tam Canada Japan na funny year class prefect esi when I heard your mayor on my way. By the way, mo politicians how many of them and no make me create employment? No, the politicians in this country a lot more. And you interested all ba ben mu no. And you interest all be create adwuma. No. And you know your interest is all about come get the money, invest it in SUVs, G-Wagon, Land Cruisers, any fleet of buildings. We check politicians or mere business people, check. We make a lot of employment, and they are paying people. So, in other words, they try to all the time bring the private sector to life. And the private sector is the engine of growth. And also they're driving the economy. What about the technocrats for a politician? Sikadie, maybe and then I'm going to tell me. And so, Sikame bad power, and one said, no matter, Miss Kanimedi. Cocoa. You're also saying, in exporting cocoa, saying, I didn't hear to me the cocoa now. Nothing. Above all this nonsense, we sit on air, television, radio, and we sit to predicate whether or not Ghana should begin to think of going to IMF. Come on. Hey, enti nipa muka say, onyankopon mutumi koda sunie so, daye pa adwene ade tie ansa mo betra radio stations wo. Na me say wo bie radio station anapa. From 5 o'clock kosi 10. Non do abono. Ade ekoso wo memu ana. As a journalist, sometimes I weep so badly, and sometimes you just have to lock the radio. Na wa pe baby afa. What ade na hayen? Ni nara ekowie leaders ye benyomo a umbewo the focus. All the leaders so far 30 years down the line, 30 solid years so eranom mamu me enfe nia grow enya grow die 30 solid years we've walked this journey since the 1992 inception of this constitution. This is where we are. Eti besi every way with your nyankopon de ma ye nara, we still consider that the contemplation of whether to go to IMF or not, and yet you have almost about saying 250 billion worth of DMA bauxite. Eshe yinehin e from ho. Untimi ntuyi. Nti yadwene. Kwame Japan kobo Ibrahim Abbas na mo se mo ntiase. But you know what? Anye biarano, the Jata Cement is employing some hundreds of Ghanaians. And amebwa, forget about nonsense NDC asem. He's a Ghanaian. There is a reason why Obebo Nabasu in the sense that Sene, Honorable Kennedy Japan, you're president of this country. What it means is that he's not going to concentrate over whether say and a businessman where a CPP and PNC and NDC. No, business people are always smart and it's about business first. Look, as we try to move into the global competitive capitalist economy, it's not just about coming to do politics. How do we penetrate into the gallery? 30 solid years. We've sat in this country. The politics of extreme acrimony. Ochana Pabetu Omo radio no so. TV. They flood all over the airspace. Ghanaians, I am here to tell you. We don't need these politicians called the technocrats to come and speak all those English for us. No, I don't think so. Uni me nyadwene. Ma yenwene nko deep. Ma yenwene hwe se na ye mei adie ne di jawom. Dia ye huni. Sa wo fe se dia ye huni. Ni daso bi de mami no mienu for the future of Ghana 5 to 10 years from now. Well, I don't know. I cannot guarantee. But the we cannot, will not, and may not be a sovereign bond for this country. As they sit on our radio stations and begin to contemplate over whether to go to IMF, what it simply means is that they don't have any plan. Adria ya did gene. Ma come on, say they be a catch them. Say on my way, until you go there, what? The betting ya see create what you call metal bank. As if so many the American metal bank. Now metal bank you show. Oh, bauxite dawa eno kakraka eno poye nyama so. Into dawa ye den. Chinese if only they who 2 billion their brain say yemfankoye roads. Hey ya ye ni agikeke eye efe ye nimpo agikeke. Onyame hu mabwate wo ye peni bia wo aban mu o wo ye NDC peni o wo ye MPP peni o between NPP and NDC 30 solid years maybe amudi ye bedronie ni nara no. I am not blaming the political party, no. I am blaming the leadership of these two political parties ostensibly driving this country to a state of abyss. We need to change the call sign and agree with me. We need to change the call sign. Party need your money. Now me say all these parties me and you produce leaders pepedia. Leaders no mu creating na brofo for nkwa. Me call Harvard. Look, they believe in the razzmatazz and bourgeoisism na yeden. And I mean offer and oye we and I mean dey me free busia we mu MPP fo no mu di mu akotene. Chain tin na council e free ha na okwa ha na oye say ye man post unhu za there be the okwa nyamoransa secondary school bi na say ni de meanwhile why ye adwuma ye no ye man post da NDC the ohoye kakra in the sense omo the abongo lie ne the massa we ya de nkwa obenya oposu ko baby na MPP e lie tin. Yes ube sam wa bre ya hwim fifiri ansana yet they produce nothing do minimum sikadia basa also finance minister no yes one year accountability now so mining structures needed the whole year since the COVID in a hit year no sika abeda coffers of the state in mono. It must be so easy for us at the blink of an eye. See it to me who and I'm a yes, see it to me. Oh, yes, you can any Massa ne creda wa mummy and cow. Mummy and can the cremo may soon and huntono. Sikano da hono. It should not take the finance minister for more than 2 weeks to go to Parliament House and account for it. I feel call Parliament with you. I feel a year setting committee to sit to investigate Sika a free European. Sika a free American. Sika yankasi ye free ye coffers misi edition. Hey, random. When I'm able my way, brase. Onyamen kakaye. Onyamen kosun kakaye. Ghana kuru. Kiti esi obi nsemwa. Ete say Apple. Now, back to great deception of all times. Tonight's edition, we present some activities of this secret cult plus message communications between our questionable apostle we are your friend Vinnie Max Biney and some of his followers. Monday no me kyerɛw bibi before videos bi kyerɛw saa papa yi a we be create secret cult at universities indoctrinating our young men and women ɛsɛ wɔ mo no me born video kyerɛw ɛnɛ me be yi messages bi a one emmaba no emayewa no ne mmemu ano enso nkoma a omedidie na tan yie areho mini choice bi ya kyerɛ wo yɛ bad time maame papa hwebi na hu kwan a obefa so obebo abofra no ba minim university kwan oba no minim SHS kwan wo but beware these satanic groups are flooded all over this country. The Omoye Nebini. Watch some of the messages. Take a look. And I'll be who say messages ni bina ohono. Or say I will choose one Mimi over whatever. Just say and some basa. And some tan. And I just say womo yeden. Womo edi wo ho. Na unhu message ni bia where say woman no tan yi na cha say we engage nkwala no in a deep amorous relationships emofrey one efa adede wie wa yam wo mu na esitire we butubutu wo mo so wa nante wo mo so wa bo binima ha mu mpire tan yi na we jabu free kwan so onko school hwede obidi ye no onyankopon hu oman mobo our regulatory agencies mokoka ezi hey freedom of worship freedom of this freedom of na me say Ghana mpenifo onya butre o onyankopon messages in etwa gu no osofo wan Apostle Vinnie Max Biney said no Bonia odidi nkwala no emu messages and egu ho no now ni na na etwa kono again tonight we have secured a copy of a press statement issued by some officials of the cult when the cover up of the apostle was blown up. Shall we read? Now yes I can press statement bi a press statement yesa a apostoli en hunkrofo bi na issue sa press statement no na me be kan press statement mu nsem akero just page 1 bi ye kan akero mu wahwe na we hu nsem a ewom de omonkasa eka form leader no as just asumia pia oya osofo oya Christian a man especially and mo patronize all these religious groups mo so ne ye kwa ye same yi now tie Or see, in all things, the Bible says we should give God praise, and that's what we will begin with. We started something great many years ago. We started Christ Symbolic Union, a group that offered everything many people were lacking or didn't even know they lacked. For the pioneers, what was presented from the onset was a non-denominational variant of Scripture Union, and as they experienced the bliss at the time, the denominational church, DCAM, was birthed on Sunday, 9th June 2013. An apostle to the youth is who we met originally. A young charismatic preacher who empathized with our frustrations as teenagers and taught us to direct our focus and energies on the word of God and the work of ministry. We embraced his doctrine and emulated his zeal, spreading the message and tentacles of AVMB ministries on various high school and university campuses across Ghana and in other parts of the world. Let us say, and yet only universities ne SHSO, womudi Koreasi na sheboni etise. Message in course say, although there were many challenges for 30 years, the ministry waxed strong fielding of prosecution from other believers and school authorities individually. We did not back down when our unconventional views were challenged and we were branded occultic. We stood our ground and defended our leader, friend and mentor in the person of Apostle Vincent Maximilian Baini, whom we believe to be an anointed man of God and model Christian. Today, the lips that once defended his innocence and petty speak up to expose the evil and conniving ways many people have been defrauded and scammed into trusting Vinnie Max Baini. What? Just say we defrauded members, said you obey me. Or say the suspicion of some prominent leaders was raised following a series of strange occurrences in the ministry, and they began investigations into the matter. The straw that broke the camel's back was a disappearance act performed by Vinnie Max Baini from 15th February to 14th March 2022. On his return, he claimed that what had occurred was a transfiguration of sort as he announced the end of his ministry as a man of God, apostle. He announced the change in leadership structure for DCAM, placing the archdeacon as head of DCAM executives, a committee which consisted of 4 pastors in the ministry along with archdeacon. He also ordered the removal of every shred of information on the internet linking him to his ministry as an apostle, an identity which served to legitimize his 30 years of church administration. He was to be regarded as a private businessman and emperor who had nothing to do with ministry. In spite of his insistence on dropping the tag of man of God and disassociating from ministry, Vinnie Max Baini announced that he was still going to directly oversee the administration of finance in the church. This decision on further investigation was revealed to be a clever plot to help him maintain cash flow for his private real estate developments on other personal businesses and hobbies. Mate, mohun bonia, kwan yo demo freya faso abo mu nsemu epo agigiska ode ekosisi dan. Also, the investigations revealed that the ministry was in fact not a registered entity and that all associated bank accounts were in the name of Vinnie Max Baini. This explains why after 13 years, in spite of the weekly offerings and donations and many fundraising campaigns over the years, the church had no meeting premises she owned. Meanwhile, the founder kept boasting of several real estate projects he has developed privately without loan and without touching funds in the ministry coffers. These claims were found to be blatant lies, as monies from the ministry have been proven to be the main source of funds for his private projects. This also brought to question other claims he has made, claims that members wholeheartedly believe and naively did not question in spite of the lack of proof. Or see, while in just say, my info intro and I'm in my last press statement and also. Now, also AVMB ministries dissolved after church leadership uncovers founders multiple scandals. Now, here as well. Also, on the 15th June 2022, the Archdeacon of Deacon Baba Amanda Amponsa served members of the ministry with an official notice of the dissolution of the ministry following the mass resignation and public declaration of disassociation with the ministry made by the pastors, leaders, and many prominent members of the organization. Their disassociation was in protest to the many alleged scandalous acts that have been perpetrated by the founder of the ministry, Apostle Vincent Maximilian Biney, or later Amazing Vinnie Max Biney, Nidine Sisasi Yao, which were uncovered by some leaders within the organization. AVMB Ministries is the umbrella term used to describe the body of youth-centered organizations founded and overseen by Mr. Biney, a self-proclaimed apostle and a special messenger of God. For 13 years, they have amassed a loyal following of thousands of youth in Ghana and other parts of the world. Through evangelical outreach, youth empowerment summits, and social media programs, presenting Bible-based teachings and Christian training in a way that appeals to the youth. AVMB, as Mr. Biney is popular known by, is a charismatic minister who has made many controversial claims about his divinity, wealth, character, and calling in ministry. His followers never challenge his claims because they believe him to be a man of integrity and a true man of God who knows and obeys God's every word. These claims were proven to be smoke and mirrors as the allegations were uncovered, and the result, a mass exit of members from the church and consequent dissolution of the entire ministry. Enye wareho. Ebi ana obaka ho. Hwekwan yodo o mafaso. The allegations leveled against Mr. Biney include extortion, racketeering, systemic grooming of imprisonable young girls. Wow. Voyeurism, statutory rape of minors, the secret organization of participation in orgies and sex parties with some members, among other behaviors that are widely considered immoral in Christianity. Many of the members took to social media to express their disgust over the matter, with the AVMB reaching over 500,000 viewers in less than a week. As of now, no public statement has been issued by AVMB or his associate denying these claims against him. On the other hand, several damning screenshots of private messages exchanged between him and female members, as well as recorded phone conversations, have been provided as evidence by his accusers, who promise they have many more pieces of evidence, as well as witnesses' testimonies to support their claim. The disgruntled members are demanding for a response to these allegations, as well as a refund of several monies given to AVMB as registration for some programs and in anticipation of some service. It is not clear whether legal action would be taken against him at this point. But if the social media outcry is any indication to go by, the members are willing to see AVMB brought to book on this matter for his deception and did you hear the word? On the his deception. Deception. When we say here, me choose our topic way, the great deception. It was carefully chosen. It be new. Or say, on this matter for his deception and manipulative behavior over the years. Summary. Or say, youth ministry founder Vinnie Maxibani dissolves ministry after members of his ministry uncover several scandals spanning the 13 years of his ministry. The discoveries led to the mass resignation of many pastors and leaders, as well as the public disassociation of members from all things related to the ministry. I say in Crawforma just like that. Now you can't some train nipa or memu a musimu ntijai. hwɛ ade a ɛsom ɛde bɛyɛ nipa wɔ wiase ha ne nyɛ bi ni o now medem okɔ awie no oftentimes it comes as very disturbing and troubling with certain prayers has no direct line of communication. It certainly come across as nuisance prayer. Empire bi wo mo Christopher ni bi ba wontimi hu se sa empire ya wo boy wo bo se nyankopon tie ana se wo de disturb nyankopon keke ana se asem ben na wo sa prayer ne mu a nti nyankopon betie na wa ya asem ne yefo ama no wodwe ho a wonti ase ebi ni ne ahini tie sa empire se e de ba asem na wo beti wo me de man TV ba wo tie. Take a listen to this. Ne kohuntinyo. Wait, look, it's not funny. But mummy and kind of crench nipa. Mummy and kind of crench nipa. Where empire as someone a ray young lady walk out your yankopon or see DA. Me, kwekwa metie me nipa wo. Se me man tis asem yankopon de no beti wo. Munya say tons no your communication with God. Please stop that rough. Untimi nada obia. Ba me dem wisi no sa mpaye bia ye ntia se hu ni tin na no so no. The founder and the leader of the charismatic movement in Ghana has an advice for such persons when they want to pray in this fashion. Advisement of the mouth. Listen to him.
When you watch, let's say, listen, truly speaking, you won't see me praying in those tongues. Atunde, atunde, aye. Atunde, atunde, aye. You won't hear Papa Hagin preaching that. None of the fathers, spiritual fathers, pray in those kind of tongues. You won't hear Oyedepo or any of the spiritual fathers doing that. Akunde, 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 atirie, atirie, akatu, 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 akatu. What is akatu? Ahunehuna. It's unnecessary spirituality, and it's a lazy way of praying. And they can do that for 3-4 hours, spending energy sweating over nothing. Take your time and pray with your understanding. Pray in your own tongues. Pray the scriptures. So by the time you finish, you know that you have accomplished something. We did several times with the intercessors of this house and most of our churches, where people begin to pray the same thing. Abaya, abaya, ha. Abaya, 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 abe, abe, aberi, 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 akatum, 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 ayanye, adanye, 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 aye, aye, aye. And everybody, aye, 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 akandi. When you watch, let's say, listen, truly speaking, you won't see me praying in those tongues. Atunde, atunde, aye. Atunde, atunde, aye. You won't hear Papa Hagin preaching that. None of the fathers, spiritual fathers, pray in those kind of tongues. You won't hear Oyedepo or any of the spiritual fathers doing that. Akunde, 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 atirie, atirie, akatu, 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 akatu. What is akatu? Ahune. It's unnecessary spirituality and it's a lazy way of praying. And they can do that for 3-4 hours, spending energy sweating over nothing. Take your time and pray with your understanding. Pray in your own tongues. Pray the scriptures. So by the time you finish, you know that you have accomplished something. We did several times with the intercessors of this house and most of our churches, where people begin to pray the same thing. Abaya, abaya, ha. Abaya, 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 abe, abe, aberi, 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 akatum, 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 ayanye, ayanye, adanye, 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 aye, aye, aye. And everybody, aye, 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 akandie, akandie.
It's an advice. He's advising. Akatum, akabe, whatever those words. What's that? Akabe, akatum. Any re oye. This is a clear nuisance prayer before the sight of God. Why? But who says that's a way? You try and all the charismatic churches in Anape, we are not uko microphones ni na why into suicide. COVID by and no more, but because they were lucky and they were told and sorry easy. Obia sorry man sorry enquire sorry. To who COVID now to do omenya. Ignorance. Ignoramuses. Uko come someone tia say ignoramuses. Uko come say na mo de adeba kon ye makono ne say wakoka bibi say o kwekwa no ye Satan bonsamba no no unza ignorance. Onyankopon kaka yen onkaka ye Christopher Muslimi for Hare Krishna for all the religious bodies in this country. God should remind us who we are first before religion. God remind all our ministers in the saying the ministry of whatever religion. Say you are a human being first before your religion. Na yeshe na Ghana etmie die. Ghana afane tampa pefra. Ghana ankoye the failed state. Ghana betimi abe krabere. This has been Ghana Speaks, brought to you by Awos Unisex Boutique. Ko obedress obema obibia obetimi e dey address akọ that special occasion. I am Kweku Anan. Great. We are back, and of course, we've walked the two leg of the journey, making 20 minutes after tonight. I feel me will be right and some so. WhatsApp messages would be for 0240 55089. I'm making canina Eddie amount. Shannon said Franco Trading Enterprise, they catch us on scrupulous persons be using a Facebook account. Eddie D and Semu into say the official authentic Franco Trading Facebook account in the Ebri and I'm about 100 echo. The biome iOS and Android, iOS Franco Trading, the same. Instagram also at Franco Trading. Na ubetime so a check in the Momo pay code no 189480 ubetime ko di dwebia sa ope Samsung genuine Samsung Nokia phones iPhones and afin so digital satellites nemne enema bebree say air conditions ranging from 1.5 2.0 2.5 nina horsepower located Franco Trading Enterprise ewo Adabraka opposite Roxy Cinema ho bomodia na koto enuama ebeboa na yede akwa kuja wo yede free delivery. Franco Trading Enterprise reach to the office 055 810 6241 and 0302 225 651. Franco Trading Enterprise still oye phone papa fia onene kodi enkoma bibia no ebe cost all about electronics ebiom sa donation we ye edi akọ hospital kakrake free Infoanalytics teaching hospital cancer treatment center ho sa emwe ya de koma Infoanalytics we odo ho beji mu bi na abo ma nipa kanko ni yedi akoyie ni nti onyanko da no mesrew sa donation ye de afa Agric Development Bank na account name ne your man FM flood victims account number no so 113100 another 00 053410001 branch no Medina ha and also would be to me the fence contribution no afa momo number is 0542 869979 0542 869979 idin that's no ye Kenneth teach in Japan but modiana yeden to anamon. Now tonight the breaking story reporting edamenim hey. Now, say the meeting can no. Sa edwumakoi eye Global Infoanalytics. Womu dwuma mu dia ne se womu wo fom, womu wo memu wo ewiase bebre. Na womu dia ne se womu ye nhwehwemu. Se aban wo so a womu ye nhwehwemu one capture government ne se the performance say through the means of so many enipa wo grounds no ebe interact. Ebiom womutimi nso so ehwe se amanyokuo we ne ho akono eye nipa sen ebiom political candidate a womo nso bekose ye nto womo so aba no womutimi so kra kokoye research about them say womo ho ye nipa akono eduru sen na kantem womutimi kra ya to womo so aba. Now tonight what we have before us here say womo epic 3 potential candidates we do know say in the upcoming NPP flagbearership reason. So nipa 3 way surely they would contest. Na nipa 3 wo me hwan no. Ti meko report them. Na ma kind the preface of the report. If we are my guest in the studio exclusive one-on-one with Mussa K. Dankwah, Executive Director at Global Infoanalytics. Mussa Mwaju. Bibia come there. Wonderful. Great. Now, my main share report before then Isa comes in. I say special poll report Efia Secondary and Shama constituencies Western Region 24th June 2022 and I'm releasing we edema personal. I say special opinion polls conducted by Global Infoanalytics which focused on Efia Secondary and Shama constituencies between 18th and 24th June 2022 shows in a dramatic fashion Honorable Kennedy Ejapon, MP for Assin Central and late entrance into the NPP presidential race, beating the front runners, the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Trade Minister Honorable Alan Chirmantin in Shama constituency. Kennedy Ejapon pulled 15% of the votes whilst Alan Chamantin was in a distance second with 9% of the votes. The vice president came third with 7% of the votes. However, beyond Shama constituency, Kennedy Japan melted away in Efia and Sekondi constituencies, with Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, winning both with 39% of the votes each. The polls also confirmed earlier findings that suggest the Deputy Minister for Energy, Honorable Andrew Ijapa Mercer, could be in trouble in Sekondi constituency. Another MP, Honorable Samuel Abaka, Shama constituency, is also fighting for his survival, as combination unpopularity and voter apathy drags him to the floor. In addition, the polls show that although the NDC is not formidable in the three constituencies, its presumptive presidential candidate, His Excellency John Mahama, managed to squeeze a win in Shama constituency against Dr. Bawumia and Alan Chamantin in a hypothetical race for the December 2024 elections. Then comes the highlights of the polls as summarized below. And I'll say, do you approve or disapprove the performance of the president? So methodology and the polls show the president's job approval rating hovering below 50%, with exception of Ifia constituency, where over 62% of voters approved his performance. His approval rating in 45% Sekondi and 34% in Shama. Yebeko table no so and chekra. Is a Dankwah?
Yes.
Say eduma mokwe ohoni. This is pretty fascinating report. Wow. Give us a sense of the answer yebeko table no so no. Dia mekan na ase kire ne saying.
Nititia ni say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is doing very well in Efia and Sekondi.
I see.
Where the MPP has a very strong base.
I see.
But when you go to Ukok, Shama, Shama has been a bit of swing constituency for some time. Now Shama, no, there is a high level of voter apathy in Shama. Very, very high level. Excuse me. And almost say abano almost tonso no. So what we see, say, because of apathy, no, people are rather gravitating towards the Maverick here in the Japan.
Really?
Yes.
So that's where he won 15%.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is about 100%.
Really?
And then you win 15%. And Alan is at 9%.
Yeah.
And Bawumia 7%. So can you know
yeah.
It's not even up to a third of voters in the constituency. More than almost 42% say Abano Omonto. And the rest say they have no people. So you could see, say, it's a problem. And where there's a problem, they tend to gravitate towards Canada, Japan.
What could be their underpinning reasons that Honorable Kennedy Japan Ewo Accra onye a member of that constituency and but what could be their reasons that they tilt towards him and love him from that distance? If you can give us that picture.
We can just speculate because you have some direct question why they were opting for Kennedy Japan or not. But some be back clear in what we've been seeing now from the data. Say voters are MPP for disgruntled. They are not looking at the leading candidate. They are looking elsewhere in some cases. And I've just looked at Shama, the analytics of the Shama. The amount who say voters are almost say they strongly disapprove the president and the way he's doing his job. They are voting for Canada, Japan.
Wow.
And almost say Omano is heading in the wrong direction. No, MPP for no.
they are either voting for Alan or they're voting for Kennedy Japan. So that trend is becoming, say, if they're not happy with the direction of the country and not happy with the president, they tend to go for Alan or Kennedy Japan.
I see.
That's what we have seen so far in the data.
So I'm trying to then get a bit deeper into your brain to analyze the poll, and then also projections. Be looking at it from angle we say. Even the Honorable Kennedy Japan has made some announcements out there and all of that, but and again still waiting. Say nominations will be opened, then he steps and all of that. So we can say categorically on mounting any spirited campaign as of now, but what could be that of his magic fluid on the ground that is inviting people?
Well,
if you have been able to
I try not to speculate because my work is not to speculate.
Okay,
it's to speak to data. But as I've just mentioned to you, from what we have seen from the data, Omo happy with the party at the moment. They are looking elsewhere. Those who are happy with the party are sticking to the status quo. Omo say they approve the president strongly. The country is heading in the right direction. Most of them are voting for Baumia. Yes, from data you can see that.
Great. So quickly, let's stay a while longer here with those called disgruntled. No?
Yes.
What was the variance? Dudu was saying, believe he said, almost BBI okay. And within the MPP, no, Dudu was saying almost feels saying, and Yoma and Queen without even quoting figure no, from your.
No, I think you're looking at more than half of MPP supporters.
Hey, more than half.
Yes.
Who thinks that Yoma and Queen?
Yes. I think across the country, it's only Ashanti region now, a bit of bumping. A
leverage, Kakra.
Yes, the rest of the regions are quite bad in terms of looking at the outreach.
Really?
Yes.
Break the eight, you know, and when somebody can. Great. Now, Musa, let's go quickly. Now, let's look at the table. So, let's look at table 1. My table 1, now, do you approve or disapprove the performance of the president? Okay, so here we have the table 1. Yes. Musa, what does the table speak of?
It shows, in Shama, MPP is very strong.
Okay, on the ground.
On the ground. Because the president is approved by 62% of, Efia's voters. Sorry, Efia.
Yeah.
62% of Efia voters approve the president's job performance.
And these are MPP people, correct?
These are the whole Efia.
Efia, okay. Oh, the whole Efia.
The whole Efia, yes.
Okay, I get you.
Whole Efia.
I get you. Okay.
And then Oshe second year, only 45% approve his job performance.
Saying
45 in second year.
45?
Yes.
Oh, less than 50?
Yes. And Shama 34%.
Oh, no.
So, with the exception of Efiano, secondary is below 50%, Shama below 40%. And in Shama, 66% of voters disapprove the way he's doing his job as a president. And in secondary, 55%.
Is it disturbing? Should it be?
No, it's been.
Should it be his?
When I came here sometime in April or so, I said, those numbers are very bad.
Very bad. Agree.
And unless that number is turned around, it's going to have ramification on this MPP race.
Oh, now young quote table 3 or say, do you think the country is headed in the right direction or wrong direction? On the question of whether Ghana is headed in the right or wrong direction, 45% of voters in Efia believe Ghana is headed in the right direction compared to 35% in Sekendi and 11% in Shama. So that's the table over there. And now what can was zero?
Yes, okay. Sekendi has the highest rate of wrong direction. In Sekendi, 61% of voters in Sekendi say Ghana is headed in the wrong direction. In Efia,
Come now, give us table 2.
In Efia, it is 37% who said the country is heading in the wrong direction. And then in Shama, it's 50% saying that the country is headed in the wrong direction. So with the exception of Efia, Sekendi and Shama, they are all saying we're headed in the wrong way as a country.
Yet, it's an MPP dominated.
Yes, yes.
And who is the member of parliament?
Efia is
Abakano.
Abakano say Shama.
Shama.
Yes.
Okay.
Efia Kujo, Honorable Kujo.
Kujo.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sekendi Honorable Japamesa.
Great. Now, looking at these projections, could this again even have some effects on the member of parliament? You know?
Yes. In fact, this time around, we did a very extensive job with these areas. You interview about 384 people in all of these places, or in each of these places. So we have a lot more data than we did in April regarding the MPs and what people are saying about them. Yes.
Now, Musa Oba Asewa was approximately 61 of voters in Sekendi said it is headed in the wrong direction, whilst 50 of voters in Shama said is headed in the wrong direction. Come down here, Ose, are you optimistic with Nanado as president in the next few years? Also, when voters were asked whether they are optimistic or pessimistic about the next few years with Nana Akufo-Addo as president, only 47% of voters Efia said they were optimistic, whilst 38% said so in Sekendi and 22% in Shama. What does this mean?
You know, we wanted to see how optimistic people are with Nanado being the president for the next few years. In Efia, about 47% say yes, they are very optimistic. Say yes, to have him as president. In Sekendi, 38% said they are optimistic, and in Shama, 22% said they are optimistic. Those who are not optimistic in Shama are 43%, and Sekendi 39%, and the Efia 21%. So it's not a very clear cut.
Should the president be worried of such figures?
If he cares about his legacy, then he should be worried. He should be looking to improve his performance before he leaves office. Nobody wants to leave office at a very low approval rating and this pessimism. So I think it will be of concern to him. But at least this is a very localized number. So we would like to see, maybe coming sometime in July, we'll have a picture of a national outlook.
That's right.
Where we are doing about 75 constituencies.
We'll come to that one. Then you also, number 5, you talk about how would you rate the performance of the government? Voters in all but Efia constituency rates the government performance as very good. Whilst 55% of Efia voters rate the government performance as very good, only 33% of voters in Sekendi and 17% in Shama has suggested that has performed very good. 65% of Shama voters rate the government performance as very poor. 53% for Sekendi. Musa,
yes.
Explain this to us.
No, we asked the voters to rate the performance of the government so far. And the highest poor rating came from Shama. 65% of Shama voters think the government has done very poorly or poorly. And then in Sekendi, it is 53% who said they've done poorly or very poor. Whereas in Efia, it's only 19%. So it means the government is very popular in Efia because those who rate the government as having performed very well or good and very good, 55% of them are from Efia and 33% from Sekendi, and Shama is 17%. So you could see or you could tell where the government is in trouble. The worst of trouble is in Shama, followed by Sekendi. As for Efia is safe for them.
Then number 6, you say state of corruption in Ghana. Whilst 37% of Shama voters believe corruption in Ghana has worsened, only 4% think it has improved. For Efia, 22% said it has worsened, with 13% saying it has improved. For Sekendi, it is 30% and 23% respectively. And elsewhere,
I mean, across board, you could see, say, voters are saying corruption has worsened. Nationally, it's the same. In fact, these areas are even lower, in the lower numbers than national. National, it is above 60%.
Hey.
Yes. We're going to get that number again sometime in July, where we can see the national numbers for.
Are people having this, call it maybe a perception, or it's about what they know, or it's about what they are being fed through radio station, television stations, and all of that?
You know,
looking at it.
There's a difference between corruption experience and then perception. If you have been involved in an act of corruption before, you paid bribe, those are direct actions that you may have maybe would have to form an opinion. But people listen to radio, people listen to TV and newspapers and so on and so forth. So there are maybe issues that are coming up that is shaping their mind and forming the narrative of the conversation. And that is creating that feeling. People are beginning to think that corruption is getting worse.
So you came and asked a question here. Is the government doing enough to fight corruption? Okay, let's read what is there, shall we? Majority of voters in all the constituencies said the government is not doing enough to fight corruption. Approximately 46% in Shama, 56% in Sekendi, and 38% in Efia. What does this mean?
It follows what I said earlier on, that the government seems to be doing well in Efia, because the rate of Efia Kuma, about only 38% think that the government is not doing enough. In other places like Shama and Sekendi, is quite high, 46% in Shama and 56% in Sekendi. So bigger chunk of voters think the government is not doing enough.
In this correspondence, Mussa, is it about what the government also need to explain some things to them, or because the gatherings of these, call it negative stories and corruption related cases, as more as say bosso report is beginning to make an informed choice?
Yes.
Can we say this?
I think so. There are a number of things the government may have done in the past that maybe they're not able to explain it better to the people. But this is what we are doing to fight corruption. But also, you see, when you are talking about corruption, you must not only be seen to be fighting it, but you should be actually fighting it.
Exactly, vigorously.
So and people, you know, people are very smart. They can read in between the lines and see that maybe when it comes to this issue, you are quite certain. When it comes to, they're not seeing a consistent way of fighting corruption. Probably, maybe with Kencity being now working seriously, if he continues the way he's doing, probably the perception could change.
It can sound some alarm bells.
Yes.
All right. More organization. You also went on to bring the people up close to how they are seeing E-levy. So you went on saying, how have you responded to the introduction of the E-levy? The poll shows voters in Shama have responded very negatively to the Momo tax, with only 16% saying they have continued to use it the same way as before the tax was introduced. 22% of them said they have completely stopped using Momo, and further 16% saying they use it but less now. Yeah.
So from this, you can see why the government has raised only 60 million cedis. Yes.
Any pantia did not say.
No, from the onset, we showed said this could be.
But I quite remember say one of those town hall meetings, you know, I'm so Western region, I guess.
Yes. Western region
so
had
it couldn't make any impact.
About 85% of Western voters were opposed to E-levy at the time they were doing the town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting.
Yes.
Really?
But again, if you look at Sekendi, they said about 57% said they have continued to use Momo as before. So over there, almost some are doing that much. They are still using Momo, but still, there are about 28% who said they use it less.
Then when you come down here, your table, something very disturbing here. Or say another 15% said they have devised ways to avoid paying the Momo tax. However, majority of voters in Efia and Secondary continue to use the Momo without any change in their behavior. 38% for Efia and 57% for Secondary.
Almost they say untouchable. They are still using Momo, but Shama people have really rebelled against the E-levy.
This is serious. Then let me check table 9. Or say, how likely would you vote for a party that seeks to abolish the tax? Then it goes on to say, in what could be a big blow to the NPP, which introduced the electronic tax, majority of voters in all the constituencies would consider voting for a party that promises to abolish the levy if voted into power. Hello, what's happening here?
Yeah. So maybe the party should consider abolishing the E-levy before 2024 election. Otherwise,
really?
Yes, because John Mahama is saying that he will abolish it. And
so that then becomes a +4, kind of.
Yes, because most of them say yes. If they get someone that says I will scrap it, that party will get their vote.
So, Musa, let's get understanding here with the E-levy exercise here, no more on the ground. So then we can conclude and say there. Not just a town hall meetings in no.
Look, let's look at Efia. Efia that is very strong MPP.
Yeah.
44% of them are saying that they are very likely to vote for a party that will scrap the E-levy. In Secondary, it is 75% of voters in Secondary. And in Shama, 57%. Those who said they are unlikely to vote for a party that will say they will scrap it, 25% in Efia, 10% in Secondary, and 15% in Shama. So the party that is promising to scrap it will have its foot in the front.
Now, let me see if you can have the magic answer here.
Yes.
Let's assume that the NPP says no, we are going, I mean, we cannot have our fronts divided on this E-levy. So, yeah, if the NPP would have to tell the people about something else on the E-levy, what should be their message like?
I think with this abysmal performance of the collection, they will find it very hard. Because if you look at the economic cost of the E-levy, how much the country has lost in terms of the agents that have lost their jobs.
Do you also consider, that currently we don't have the platform yet? The platform for the collection, we are yet to construct it. So then we get into the mainstream for the collection, regardless of.
The people are saying, say.
So it's about the people,
It's about the people. You see, and because the tax is avoidable, so me send there, okay, man send it.
Oh, not just a negative propaganda about this tax, no. The negative propaganda.
I wouldn't say negative propaganda. It's the reality. Let's be fair. Myself, I have cut down on the number of momos transactions I do.
Really?
Yes, I have. So it's not about. I think you see, people have choices in terms of how they send
Agree
money.
with you.
And it's the choice that makes it difficult for tax to rake more money. Because if I decide to avoid it, you can arrest me for avoiding it. I told my mom that, okay, Auntie Kohana Kojiskano. Exactly. So I think because people could easily avoid it, that is why the collection is very low.
Okay, now here, I'll say, what would you consider before voting for a candidate? Now, Yamra has here, what would you consider voting before voting for a candidate in the 2024 elections?
Yes. This question was designed for the MPs.
The MPs, eh?
MPs in Dankwah, who were in their area, want to understand exactly what people were looking for in that area. And if here 13% said job,
Job.
Another 13% said education. 15% water and sanitation. It appears water and sanitation. In fact, we were told that one of the toilets in the area has been closed down. So people are now finding ways and means around the shores. And it's becoming a problem for them. So if you are the MC or the MP there, people are saying that water and sanitation is their biggest issue in Efia, if you are listening. 15% of all issues they mentioned was water and sanitation. Higher than jobs, higher than economy, higher than education. So if you are the MP there, then I think you should wake up.
In secondary, it is jobs, 20% education, 19% roads, 15% and water and sanitation.
Still 14% water and sanitation.
And so that's secondary, no?
In secondary.
Okay, in Shama, it is the economy, education, jobs and sanitation.
Yes.
With 14%, 22%, 18% and 12% respectively.
So top 4 there is sanitation there.
Great. Okay, then more question. If you were a delegate at the next NPP primaries, which of the following candidates would you vote for? Not about the race, right?
About the MPP race.
Okay.
Yes.
In the race for the MPP flag bearer, Shama constituency delivered a blow to the 2 leading contenders as the MP for Asin Central, Kennedy Japan, snatched the constituency with 15 of the votes. Explain more.
Yes. Ibisa Shama for say omu a delegate.
Yeah.
And I say omu kotwaba enyi Frankatuni ma MPP. Among all the people we've listed, no. My number 2 man. 47% say Abanomonto.
Hey, 47.
Half of voters.
Half
of the whole Shama say Abanomonto. So you could see that there could be a serious voter apathy in Shama come 2024 if nothing is done about it. And then further 20% say someone else. So you can see that about 67% of voters say they either will not vote and I say somebody else. And Canada Japan came first with 15%. 15% too. So it means if that number should have been much higher if it's that, yes. But 15%, Samba Tuamano. Alan 9%. And Baumia 7%. Oko secondi Nefia.
Yeah.
Baumia led with 39%. Even that is still low because lower percentage numbers. And secondly, 39%. And those who said Omon Twabano, if you are 31%, Omon Twaba. And secondly, 19%. But secondly, no, almost say almost somebody else, no, only at 32%. Quite high. So you could, from the data, you could see, say, there's a trouble brewing across the coastal
belt,
western region, yes.
Now, Musa, explain here, say more construction. I was saying, among voters who are NPP affiliated, Dr. Baumia wins 64% in Efia, with Allen winning only 19% and Kennedy 11%. Now, see, in secondary, Dr. Baumia wins 87% of NPP support, whilst Kennedy Tremantin pulls only 7% and Kennedy Japan records, is it migrate 1%? Mega 1%. However, in Shama, where Kennedy had a surprising lead, he only attracted 29% of NPP support, with Dr. Baumia coming second with 17% and Honorable Tremantin 14%. Over a third of voters will not vote or prefer to vote for someone else to lead the party in 2024 general elections.
Yes.
Explain further.
The first night at the Mount, any all voters, NDC, MPP, PNC, floating voters, and then Mount, they made the Mount initially. But we know omo ka say omo ye MPP for no
Yeah.
and ye hwe say dem si to aba no nti omo ka say omo ye MPP for no ye hu say 64% etuma Bawumia ewo efia and ebu 19% etuma Alan and Canada Japan nya 11%. So you could see say in efia Bawumia had a very strong lead within MPP fraternity.
Within MPP,
yes.
where Efia no.
Efia.
Okay.
And in Sekendi, he's much stronger in Sekendi. Because in Sekendi, he scored 87%. Alan came second with 7%. And Ken, 1% in Sekendi. So you could see, say, he is very formidable in Sekendi. But when you come to Shama,
Hey.
that's where you can see the apathy among even the MPP supporters.
Yeah.
Because in Shama, Bawumia had the support of 17% of MPP supporters in Shama. And Alan nya 14% in Shama. And Ken nya 29% in Shama. So he won Shama with 29% of MPP affiliates. But 20% of MPP for Omo Shama say, eka somebody else. And a further 18% say Abano Omonto.
Hey, still a voting apathy.
Yes.
As setting
Yes.
Well, tonight, great. My guest, one-on-one, Mussa K. Dankwah, Executive Director at Global Infoanalytics. Yeah, a discussion. It was a special poll here. Sa 3 constituency. Pretty disturbing. My main call short break, and then we'll look into any maybe na yashe. Now, one more also a move called NDC upcoming primaries now. Within the NDC, saying and a party performing in the 3 constituencies. We'll go for a short break here. We'll download all this, give you all the breakdowns as far as polls were concerned. Stick and stay. I'll be right back. The Seed Show. I'm Kweku. Welcome back. This is the Seed Show, and of course, this is Net2 TV. We're here tonight and giving the last edition of the Seed Show, coming from the headquarters here, Kencity group of companies, and all the affiliate stations speak their feed. Of course, WhatsApp messages no making kind Eddie abroad. Also, the number is 0240 550-899. Making kind. My guest tonight is Mussa K. Dankwah, or Executive Director, Emma Global Infoanalytics. Namini Aiding Common. Now, Global Info also called further to gauge how the NDC primaries would look like. Now, here they said the question for the NIPA on more grounds on the same. If you were a delegate at the next NDC primaries, which of the following candidates would you vote for? Now, I'll say in all the constituencies, His Excellency John Mahama wins against all his challenges, albeit with lower percentages as the NDC is not visible in those constituencies. Musa?
Yes.
I
mean, secondly, Shama and Ifia, it's a very predominant MPP area. So most of the voters are MPP supporters. So if your numbers know, it's quite significant because feel say NDC for us, okay. So among those who voted, John Mahama won Efia with 11%. Dufour came second with 4%. Kojo Bonsu 1%. 15% say someone else. 69% say he will not vote. So if you say they are typically MPP and then when you come to second D, he won second D with 18%, Dufour 2%, and Kojo Bonsu 1%. 55 say somebody else, and then another 24% say they will not vote. Uba Shama, he won by 17% in Shama. Dufour was on 1%, and then Kojo Bonsu on 1%. 39 said they would have preferred somebody else, and 42% said they would not vote. So typically, not the NDC familiar territory. So you expect that low numbers to be registered or to be recorded. Yes.
I see. Then you look at general elections. Honorable Alan Chamantin versus John Mahama. The introduction of the Trade and Industry Minister Alan Chamantin into the race against the former president did not change the fundamental of the race, as the NPP candidates win Efia and Sekendi, and again losing in Shama against Honorable John Mahama. What does that explain?
No, maybe it could be head to head.
Okay.
Ibisa said His Excellency Mahmoud Baumia is in change. Now, or contest against John Mahama of NDC. Why not be to Amano? In every area we do that. In Efia, Baumia was winning hands down in Efia. He was winning hands down in second D. And so was Alan winning Efia and second D against Mahama. But Mahama won against these two candidates in Shama. Yes. So in Shama, Mahama won against Baumia, and he won again against Alan. So it looks as if Shama is slipping away from the MPP.
From the MPP,
yes.
Shama. So they need to respite that constituency pretty well, kind of. Now, you also you look at general election, MPs hypothetical.
Yes.
For a fair constituency, the poll found Honorable Joseph Kujo safe and could easily win primaries, and if he does, we expect him to win re-election as he pulled 52% of the popular votes. Musa,
yes.
I
think the MP for Efia is the one that we felt the people kind of liked him. And he is comfortably above 50%. Now, what we did, you had two questions. How likely are you going to vote for your MP without matching him against anybody? Oh, very likely, likely, very unlikely, unlikely, and neutral. You can't boom now, obeying 50%. We think say you will be safe.
Yeah.
Now, you can't only now boom, no. Some you see them higher numbers. But say, we see, okay, assume you say, wo, any assume see, any ko can see anyone. Why na umbetuama? Then the numbers begin to change. So in the case of MP for Efiano, his number on likely to vote for him, no, did not change much when it came to head with the NDC candidates in the area, Michael Otu. So he was still 52%, which means in the general election he will still win.
He'll still win. Okay.
Now, in the case of Ajapa Mesa, in fact, about 44% of voters said they are likely going to vote for him, or very likely will vote for him. But you're matching against Charles Hagan, the then MPP NDC candidate for the last election. So assuming say a rematch between Charles Hagan and Ajapa Mesa, who would you vote for? We saw Ajapa number dropping by 5 percentage points from 44 to 39% now.
Why? Were you able to pick those?
You see, when you go on hypothetical, who would you vote for MP without a name? People tend to say, "Oh yeah, I met a man." But then if you put in somebody that they like, say, "Oh, if it's this guy, then I'll vote for this guy." So throwing in a right candidate,
hypothetical situation,
right candidate in a race could turn the whole thing upside down. So if you are a opposition party or a ruling party, you are contesting a seat, you must have the right candidate. So that could change the race fundamentally. Now, the one with the deepest trouble is MP for Shama. Only 15% of them said they would vote for him against the NDC candidates in the last election. So for him, even though the NDC guy was also not doing very well, was doing just 4%. But it shows you, say, if this guy get a serious contender, he might be in serious trouble in Shama. And from what we have seen, he is very unlikely to make it. In the last election, he won by almost 7% margin. And if his numbers is down this significant number, then we don't think he will survive it.
Let me read this and also open our understanding more to this. In case of secondly, the Deputy Minister of Energy, Honorable Andrew Ajapa Mesa, is still in trouble as the special poll confirms he is below 50% support for his re-election back. Though the parliamentary election in Ghana is based on first past the post system. In a tough election year for the government, this is too low for comfort. Only 39% of voters indicated they intend to vote for him, while 16% plan to vote for his previous challenger in a hypothetical race. Approximately 20% of voters said they would vote for someone else, and 25% said they will not vote at all. Ajapa Mesa are still in trouble?
Yes, I mean, you see,
what could he be doing to change the dynamics?
The reasons are in the report. You see, when a government is on the back foot in any election year, you must protect your comfortable lead to survive. Because if you are in the margins of those small percentages, you could really be engulfed by this tsunami. So he needs to up his game so that he can be safe. Where he is now, and it will open up chances for people to contest him strongly in the primaries because they've seen, say, he's vulnerable.
Ajapa Mesa, Deputy Minister for... it looks as if since ministry, I think that political activities within the terrain, I think are limited. I don't know, it's a munya.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of feedback. Say, I mean, there are so many comments people gave. You know, and all sort of things. And in fact, we have a response of all the 380 people we interviewed, what they said about him.
Really?
Yes.
Good or bad?
Some are good, some are bad.
Is he somebody who is more with the people? Or
no,
push off?
The person we saw to be more with the people is the Efia guy. people spoke very highly of him.
His interface with the people.
Yes, that's what the feedback we had, that he's affable, he's a nice person. So some very kind words. Yes.
So he's likely to, but then your party affiliations, the polls show NPP is the dominant party in all the 3 constituencies, with Efia registering more than half of voters. What does this mean?
It means that people who said they are MPP supporters, they outnumber any other party affiliations in those 3 areas. So when you outnumber your opponents in terms of party affiliations, you should not be struggling to win the seats. But at the moment, they are struggling, which means that even within their party, they are not loved.
Yeah. Asam Keseo. Well, let me play. Now, in all of this analysis we're doing, yes, we are with the hope, say, the NPP would open nominations anytime next 2 months. Then we'll be looking into how things would unfold. However, I hear any breaking news in Mamo say, Honorable Kennedy Kwame Japan. I say, when you na party ne tutu omunioma yie na petenta krebia ma me frafra ni be mu you go for the nomination form. Now, I do also believe now quite a number of people have heard speaking on other news channels, announcing his intentions and all of that. Against the backdrop of other pretty fluid information, oh, there be ordinary support either Allen or Baumia. And also who be a war. But I think that the message is very clear and unequivocal, in unset. He said, and yes, sir, what didn't the Akoka obedience on 62-year-old Kwame Japan, with 22 years in political governance. I think that this qualification is pretty much enough to take him right from the wilderness into the promise. And now tonight, let me play this interview to you on a Sun City. I have here shortly after the program Uzbek before the Uzbek program on a Sun City for a year, and there he broke a lot of news out there. Tonight, let me give you this bite. Listen and listen carefully. Netie in 70 years, yes, what didn't vote, you come will be an answer. Into more they be a more frequent. Oh, Papa, or the votes, you come away and they say, for Hassin Hanan as a one. I think tonight you have to listen and listen. The campaign, any hate grounds near you. Be a transit be nomination way. They actually said they are grown a BC core form. Listen to him carefully. Tie, who assume you a random direction a year column. What true. But see, I'm sure they put some rescue mission be on the ground. Beginning say baby nomination say be kwa toaba na sebi ekoye nyoma troka sadia well. Kacho say you can be chiremo. But I believe that this gross mistake will not happen any longer. Take a lesson to Honorable Kennedy Japan and what he said that you need to know. Mensan cancer tape quickly. So Nyaman na memo sign, or else let me go for some messages now. So I don't need this stuff. Okay. What stand
me Mr. Osuoha yani yatie kra ne be fa Mr. Osu chair
minimum I say research man do the momo
lawyer Kwadwa from Asiedu.
That is what
I'm Japan, myself, Professor Amwako ono no be MP, one-term MP away Ebuakwa. We were the founders in 1990. I first gave $300,000 to Edubuan when I saw a party in Nigeria. And the Fatun chain 1990. Why was he doing so? Why? Na Bema Ben and party ni mu a otumi edi na kuma mu edo eyi sika eboa party ni chen make in Japan be ma ben after we yi sika wo say tu no hu si ho e campaign e ma manfo di matem e wo Ghana e chen in Japan e wo party we have a lot to say enti ano dia e mani mo hu 1990 to now is 32 years from the time I buy the 34 years and you serve party 34 years no be aba catch yourself do so ara o ma me ufi akonya ayo hene
dinina ya tetete no be a threat man over ya told ya tia koto say
obi anya threat
Dr. Baumian kan there but obi anim so she ho alanche
obi anya threat I'll beat them hands down. Maybe sir one question. Omo kasa nyina why no timi sorry bosumi. Say okotua 7,000 workers ka. Adwendwene be na da wo so. Na me nya minister enya hwe mitimi tua Ghanaian sika. Na me say mami opportunity. Na me create employment for this youth. Na so be kwa kotra mo obi obeka brofo. It's up to you. It's up to you. And you will be on your threat. Mahama crowd or engineer may beating hands down. May beating Mahama hands down. Because he has failed the North. What the vice president may beating him. Hands down. Dr. Baumian may beating hands down. May beating hands down. Why are they power but 8 years in government? Any vice president work for 8 years. I was see Oko straight. Acquire president. Only 3% in the world. And no more winning election. Why would MPP want to take a risk like that? That is why I decided to come in. I don't think I'm them. Dr. Baumian is a fantastic man. But the global downtrend, any Russia-Ukraine war, among every government, I am unpopular. So why do you want to take a risk like that? That is why I decided to come to one more castle. Maybe be mad Dr. Baumian, maybe be mad Alan.
Alan, there's an annual cry to say, Kabi Bilim Class, why and
yeah, men are the man here. But opinion about this is the 2 years. Saben you man am come call pension. Jimmy Abofra. Now make the president install. You see, say Ghana will take the Dino back. And ya brofu, we are all getting down to work. Me president many who here, me trust no, me believe in the philosophy. Colonel Ike Champo. Colonel Ike Champo. Ya ko ni fa. Now the only radio station I know Ghana, GBC. But because he got his people involved, Ghanaians involved, say if ribonkum me ko ni fa na anyen. You're moving from left to right. You could not hear even about 20 accidents in the whole country. Because Ghanaians bought it. What you say? Or say wale tu alasa. What you wale tu alasa na say? I say Ghana, omuti gate mo asaba. Omuti gate mo anu de agusuro. Ensio to anasa akogu. E champo say utua. Emfa ngu gata ni soro sa. Fagu garbage mu ko tugu. And your friend wale tu alasa. A champion operation feed yourself. Chief executives ni chief directors wo mu fie. Obi adua board any nyadwa. For the first time, a champion's time, we are spotting rise to Burkina and the Saharan, I believe in practicalism. I don't believe in theory.
The tomato ni jene kram beef Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina.
Why? And we are Burkina. Omu to me here tomatoes to the brain. They say I have a lot for Ghanaians.
They say flag bearer no so say ne kese no abegina executives na so vetting committee na wie na dwumamte they say nipa be nwotwe na yanya mo ansa na secretary no na favorite
me ni favorite obi ametimi na ye dwuma see yes sir e betimi a build the unity in the party but me na my bia friend mu say sir open declaration support for group no a disunited party. So this time I decided to stay away. Say, Obia wa MPP ni Owinia media meeting na yeju. I'm not afraid to it, and I'm telling MPP for say, mimi be ye flag bearer the party power will be given to the national executives and the executives, so that nobody goes to Jubilee House. Like when you small boys be pejuma ya no more jijiska. It won't happen. The decision will be taken by the chief chairman and general secretary and the rest, so that I'll get peace of mind to serve Ghana.
Yeah, well, live on Facebook, viewer BC members are on a dress up for him or better than I say, na Canada Japan, who are almost so.
No, I dress up for so America on your lady. Many know mammy, you know, why an independent person and you on one decision wherever she is. Me ma can be a back off into my nobody should ask me. Because I am married woman or Nikun. Many know mother, but I can't interfere in her marital affairs to go and find out why you are not. I've done my part, and I need you. I hope so I've answered him or her.
Okay, Honorable Canada Japan, and you could see no.
Okay, their OTA interview or Grantima radio station, but there's more to this. Can we get the remaining parts of interview? No, our year no, then some of and also every here Papa pay. There's something very unique about, say, in his appointments, assuming say so or elected ministers. There's something that must be described as demonstrable by action, and then no fundamentally. I call it the lack of compliance in this country. Lack of compliance in Ebini saying, "O minor esi ho." Yenim say see ekwe dwuma. 8 o'clock will be our drum. No. We nam ha, we nam na, we for her. 5 o'clock na see upon no. About 3 and any palm on bag so. Since 1992, basi brewe. Governments go, government come, and they all seem incapable of reversing the trend. I don't know. But listen to something here. If that can respite you or can build a hope that there's a need to change the trend, what will be his grand star to reverse that trend? Take a listen to him.
Yeah, you say, yeah, well, Ghana for our sort to me, you know. Ghana for being say in discipline, no, the way I see I go for country, no. You hear radical leader be or to say, well, being to feel say, that be Mampani to say, Canada, Japan, there. I know by a
yeah, I know by she first because on penocre. I know by she because Canada Japan and Yano Emma a bicycle was here the year on my humano only into your name being a problem. But one is what do what confidence second Japan be and one mammy so opportunity to explain. You need somebody who said yes is yes and no is no. Maybe me yere come and a buy. But my Cathedral say, Yamia, madam, and your president now call first lady. Now, man, call for better to go as you go in your mafumbi, I'll bet if you but you are not going to be a first lady and embarrass me. It won't work. The bush and Ibia and mammy government him. Me, you a dear, and me, you a dear. Me, Cathedral, Enra, me call board meeting. After my free steel plant, I make sure what I did. After Coastal, I went to steel plant. From steel plant, I'm called Ghana Gas. But I'm meeting in Ukraine at 10. So I started going around the office one by one because I'm introduced to be a Kwame Japan. Now, so you're from saying, here, Kasa. Any paper 200, no time I drew home. Woman, you know, so I'm report to 8 o'clock, 110. And another. I made copies. I catch a run or reception. Your copy, mama. I want to see. Now, and then you be a baby. What the notebook I see an artwork or quite actually needing any time. You say, what? How? Obi abe tom print. And one of them who said, oh my idea, no, but woman fix it. So I went to the IT department. And then Bisa said, I didn't tina Obi aba on tom print na muda honde people. No, so we are here now. I can't see a bit feedy, a dear by input 2 names, and I'm saying, how long? I say 1 month, we say no. I say 3 weeks, we say no. I say 2 weeks, we say okay. 2 weeks from Enra, I'll be back to check So you have installed it, and every worker in Ghana Gas, the dean will honey Tom print. He called board and I'm catching said this morning that's what I saw. Unfortunately, junior staff, most of them were present. But general managers name was 6. In New back home, or take some ban office only or buy holy child, maybe now we're 95 years. And we call service or morning star, whatever, Christ the King. I'm reading, I'm saying, Madam, I'm not going to listen, but I'll give you benefit of the doubt. This is the first and last. Another one, Michiano, or Sama Ban, where did you go? Ban or Faina, and I'm saying, baby, I'll fire. Is it in the interest of the company or at the expense of the company? Her answer was that her personal, and I'm so is at the expense of the company. And you are the head of human resource. So some no kro we mu no na ebi no mpa obaka joso Japan Japan president we die e be hadwene. But ebi mo so fu say Rollins type, but me no me different from Rollins, me different from Trump. I'll be a better disciplinarian because I've been in politics for 22 years. Rollins went in as a military man. Trump went in as a businessman straight. But me, maswansa, and mehuni mood. Until I'll be a better politician, a better business than two of them. Omudimi susu omuno. What you say? Timi ba, my yes is yes. When him say, and Rami call we man can't board meeting your 10, nam call 8. Sa na me be ministers. Because what one mamma me a president. Because you must say so clock. Now me made 62 years. Now me adumana de mami and me call 65. Now me wa holding sorry 6 o'clock. Echo some Ghana. No siren, nothing. Maybe I'm a car, ni security, ni about ministry. Yes, minister, where are you? Oh, I'm in traffic. Stay where you are. So my announcement. Deputy Minister, take over. And before I move from the ministry to Jubilee House, my announcement say, Minister, we violate intimate unity. May you. Necessary minister do ministry. My deputy be take over. O director, you sit up. Your subordinate will sit up. Productive man hours in this country is 4.1%. How? Civil servant, Eye Juma, 12 o'clock, or took her from ministry to Asalam Dabekwa could do for Tim Fifre, I will be a guso. No, I back 3 o'clock, or 10 hours, 30 minutes, no, I found back. Who born dog? You are fired. And we don't do Mamia, so be it. But we need to build this country. Why is it that Ghanaians are judged the best workers anytime they go outside Ghana and obey and respect?
Pretty fascinating. I mean, it's right on point. So we check Ghana soon ebetimi aye adwuma. Na 7 previous as I say soon tough. Just that in order so you beat me push this country to whatever level. But I say you. But mummy say ye dua bibi wo yadwene oh we do ye bibi dodo. Oh and only 30 years near tremuno. Ade bi wo ma mintimi kwaku minti ase da minim da meti ase. So wukọ amayama na even here in South Africa. Time we say nipa ne di kwa adwuma. Time e so wopon. A productive time oh government workers yes saying but ye na ye de pe. Na di efisuro ene ebesi form. Ti won say ye na ye lifestyle no yakopon ya adwuma Monday. Ene professor bi be di nkomo bi about how as a mind as a state we have to tackle the non-compliance things in this country. And phobia. Amanyo koni na hey president bi e ba me who say president be the blueprint bi ato say me ba direction way am say terminals not try so this plucking systems be yedma minim de akoba na hwem ya chese honhom ati yemu no just a nipa wo wakukudru a wo se say ne yeko and Ghana needed and it is now be believe say woji to Musa wrapping up no just give me one a year of your insights to what Ken is describing looking at the state of Ghana. This time not about your polls.
No, if you've watched us very carefully, we tend to limit our commentary on some of these issues.
Yeah.
But I can see why he may appeal to some demographic of voters in the country from what he's been saying. Only time will tell whether what he's saying would catch fire or it will fizzle out. And luckily for us, we'll be testing this over a period of time. So we will see the effect of that in the next coming poll, which is next 3 weeks. Hopefully, we'll be...
So you're about to go to the ground, right?
Yes, on Friday.
On Friday.
Yes.
So then by 3 weeks' time, we should have...
Yeah, we should have
your which is the very explosive one.
Which will capture the period that Japan announces his official...
That's right.
Running into the race. And so I think we'll be in a very good shape to see what is really happening.
Yeah. Great one. Tonight, my guest has been Mussa, K. Dankwah, Executive Director, Global Infoanalytics. I Ode Enyomana Atutuono. Yenimi say Nyankopon yanima Friday or more call grounds or more bar and only a wider, bigger than this. So we'll be able to zero down with the one more feedback and do more analysis on it, how the situation on the ground will look like. Musa, yeah, that was Papa. We'll touch base with you as things progresses. Shannon, so say, me do we Vigdan Healthcare obekoho for debea fatty liver yare, kidney stones, kidney stones, hepatitis B, sexually transmitted infertilities, diabetes, hypertension, prostate, menstrual cramps. Yare we na honey powers as usual. Na the catch one is a brain. Sa hospital be screening amount screening be hepatitis B screening on use free. Now, ye be a hospital Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. near upon located hospital Spinters Road, Coca-Cola Roundabout, Fidelity Bank in Chenhonum, Standard Chartered and so ewo Bomodiana call Vigdan Healthcare. Untimin Koya call na book an appointment on 0549 951211 and at 05026661346 and on WhatsApp line is 02731310059 na ono edi nkomo ebiom JK Stationery, from a wide array of high quality stationery products to choose from. Also contact JK Industries and Investments Limited for all your stop stationery needs. We have more. We have in store Natara JK customized exercise books and more. Bibia open corporate organizations, private sector, be ministries and departments, banks, mope stationery, nioma, edi aye eya, me director mwako JK Stationery, oho, and I'll bet me enya all the stationery, nioma na ede operative office, no, papers, pens, nomini ade everything be a stationery, clippers. Bomodiana friend Obama discounts. Friend was 0540 125 999 and 0593 811088 and 0246 396 277 0246 396 277. JK Industries and Investments Limited will say everything to anything paper. Bomodiana this has been the last edition of the Seed Show for the week. Over the weekend, Saturday, so Monday program no. Yabesen eyi ewo weekend Saturday and then nedia no see yabesen eyi Sunday same time 3 p.m. na washe. Shannon so program no was produced by great guys Joe Sako, the director of studios, and of course Peter Pon Kwansa, Robert Bafor Finn, Kwesi Nelson, and afi great Safo Kobe Scratch editors a woman on it, Guy G, George Neo Kainte, and then the big boy Fifi Oko Israel, director of research, a cornerback Kweku Boateng, who buried ne papa over the weekend. Or see na muna se mo amobe yeni na bi wo ne papa na yie no, a cornerback Kweku Boateng Israel. Or see na muna se onyankopon hira mo se mutumi bejam no mani sie ne papa na. This has been the Seed Show with Kwekwane, same time Monday We'll bring you yet another interesting exclusive show. I am out of this studio.